Friday Night Lights, and the new Waverly Bulldogs are back in action. This time traveling to take on the Warren Warriors. Fresh off a bye week, they're recharged and ready to tackle the challenge ahead. While the Warriors may have come up short against Newton, the Bulldogs are hungry for their first win of the season, and they're eyeing this district battle to make their mark. Yes, it's been a tough start for New Waverly, but the fight in this Bulldog team is unmistakable. Each game, each quarter, each play, they've been pushing, adapting, and growing stronger. And while Warriors may have their swords and shields, they'll need them all to defend against the determination of a Bulldog ready to pounce. See, this isn't just a game for New Waverly. It's a mission to showcase their perseverance, reignite the hope in their fans, and claim their place in district rivalry under the steadfast leadership of head coach Dean Schaub. These Bulldogs aren't simply showing up. They're arriving with a purpose, passion, and the burning desire to win. So, Bulldog Nation, whether you're on the road to Warren or cheering from the comfort of your living room, this is your call to arms. Rally behind your team, amplify your cheers, and stand proud. Tonight, the Bulldogs will battle once more with eyes set on victory. This is New Waverly Bulldogs football, and the road to glory resumes right now. From SHN Sports, this is New Waverly Bulldog football. Welcome to the Three Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff on the Bulldogs Broadcast Network. Now let's head to the HITTSS Solutions broadcast booth at George Bo Isaac Stadium in Warren, Texas. Alongside analyst Ed Watto, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Rob Hipp.
Well, get ready, Bulldog fans, for an explosive showdown on enemy territory this evening. The New Waverly Bulldogs back on the road, taking on the Warren Warriors under the Texas night sky. A beautiful Friday night here in East Texas. Despite a challenging start with an 0-4 record, our boys geared up and ready as they'll enter in their first 12-3A district game here tonight. The Warriors, a solid 3-2 record. They're looking to maintain their strong season performance. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs, well, they've recharged coming off of a much-needed bye week and are keen to make a district statement right out of the gate. It's a face-off of Warren's home ground pride versus New Waverly's desire to turn things around here tonight. So pull up your New Waverly colors and brace yourselves for a game that promises, friends, to be a crucial turning point for the season. And stand tall, Bulldogs. From the piney woods of the Sam Houston National Forest to the rolling hills and the fertile Blackland prairies and landmarks in between, wherever you are tuning in today, this is New Waverly Bulldogs football, where champions take the field. Well, pleasant good evening, everyone. Rob Hipp here alongside the Ed Watto, welcoming you into our Three Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff. Before we get started, I want to remind you, just like a great team, a great treat requires quality and variety, and that's what Three Spoons Yogurt brings to the table with their self-serve frozen yogurt and array of delicious toppings. For a winning combination, visit Three Spoons Yogurt in Huntsville. Settle in for an East Texas showdown. It's Bulldogs football. It's never just a game. It's the heartbeat of our community. Also want to remind you that broadcast coverage this season is presented by our great friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are the hometown experts in celebrating life. Again, here we are and high atop the stadium here in Warren, Texas, alongside the Ed Watto. Ed, good to see you, man. It's good to be back. It's been a few weeks.
Rob, it is great to be back with you. After your few weeks on injured reserve, we're back to have you in the starting lineup.
We're on a little hiatus, and something special tonight. I want to welcome everybody in across all of the social media platforms. So we're not only just on YouTube tonight, but we've also decided to pull in Facebook as well. And so wherever you may be joining us, make sure to let us know that you're out there. We won't be able to see a lot of those comments, but you can always text us on the Bulldog Fan text line. That number is open at 512-522-9105. Again, the number of the Bulldog Fan text line open at 512-522-9105. Well, as you heard in the intro, opening here in 12-3A for New Waverly, Warren has already played one game and coming into this 0-1 in district play, but a very tough team. And, you know, New Waverly desperately, I don't want to throw out the word desperate too early in the season, but it is kind of that mode right now to where it says, hey, we need to prove who we are. I talked to Coach Schaub a little bit earlier in the week, and he said, you know, you go put our boys up against Shepherd, the boys that we have now and how they've matured. You go back a few weeks, he goes, I think we could have handed that game to them, and things would have been much different. So that's his confidence in this team and how it's grown. A tough one, though, as you witnessed. I wasn't at that game at Palestine Westwood, but just kind of wanted a few of your thoughts as maybe some things that you saw in that ball game, even in a loss, some improvement still on the horizon here for this new Waverly Bulldog squad.
Yeah, I think there were positives. Absolutely. I think the challenge, coming into the opening district play is there have been positives in each game that we've seen out of this team, and the key is going to be to put those together in in their own little symphony of devastation as they take on the Warriors.
Yeah, you look at this matchup here tonight, and again, the district opener for New Waverly as they had the bye week. That bye week kind of fell in a really good spot. I was talking to Coach Schaub. We'll hear from that in a moment in the Cabins of More of Texas pregame with Coach Schaub, but I think that's where you want it. If you come into a game tonight, you're 0-4, you really needed to have that rest week, and now coming in here tonight fully rested, recharged, rejuvenated, and really they know what's at stake here as district play gets underway. It's kind of like a new season, but you go back and look at that bye week. How critical and crucial do you think, as a former player yourself, how crucial is that for these young men tonight?
Yeah, I think the bye week came right at the right time. It does a couple of things. It allows them to recharge and reflect, and everybody to take accountability for where the season is, but it's a total restart. The other thing it allows is a little extra time to get some guys back, or some guys that were maybe nursing some injuries that were still playing, allowed them to get some therapy, get back in the lineup. And so it's going to be a nice showdown tonight.
I want to go back and look, too, at the previous 4 non-district matchups for New Waverly. They start the season on the road at Shepherd, a 23-6 loss. They go again on the road at Teague in a 27-0 shutout there, not able to hold on in that ball game. And then Anahuac, it was a 40-14 loss, and then that Westwood Palestine game that we just talked about a little bit earlier, 36-7 in the loss there. But you add up the math on all of these teams, 15-3 overall. Coach Schaub, he doesn't make it a secret. He wants to come out of the gate every year playing very tough opponents. Every one of those schools probably going to be headed to the playoffs when you look at the bottom two with Anahuac, who's just been a monster already again this season. But again, 15-3 overall. So if you're a Bulldog fan, don't get discouraged coming in here 0-4 tonight. You played some of the best talent at the 3A level to open up the season, and I think those are just building blocks for this Bulldogs team as the season goes on and now in district play, Ed.
I think absolutely, Rob. I think you have to consider the strength of schedule. You have to consider that Anahuac was a very solid team, and we were going nose-to-nose with them early. And then with the Palestine Westwood game, I think you have to consider that was a very, very good football team. The one thing, the one word of caution that could be a trap for anybody is accountability. You've got to know, hey, we can't make excuses for what we did. We have to be energized and angry by the fact that we were not where we want to be. So we've got to move forward with that, with a new sense of purpose, a new sense of motivation as we go into district play.
Tunnels are out for both teams, and we will have kickoff coming up here in about 9 minutes. We'll continue the Three Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff. For now, though, we'll take a break. When we come back, pregame with Coach Schaub. It's brought to you by our good friends at Cabin and More of Texas. Stay with us. This is New Waverly Bulldogs football on the Bulldogs Broadcast Network. We'll be right back after this.
May I get through? I'm so sorry.
Direct from the driving seat of the Bulldogs, our in-depth talk with head coach Dean Schaub. Leading the conversation, here's Rob Hipp.
Continuing the Three Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff, now joined by head coach Dean Schaub on our pregame interview brought to you by Cabins and More of Texas. Coach Schaub, it's been a while.
Yes, sir, it has.
Yeah,
I was you doing good?
Doing great, man. A lot better now. I was a little under the weather and excited to be back around you guys. And, man, a big one coming up versus Warren here today. But wanted to go back and briefly kind of talk about, the early non-district play. I know a tough go of it for you guys, but still these young guys are still learning. They're still growing and developing. Just kind of maybe wanted your thoughts over the last 4 games as we head into district play, and then talk a little bit about that bye week coming at a good time.
Yeah, 2 years ago when we scheduled these 4 non-district games, I knew that we would. I knew we could compete last year. I knew it would be a struggle the second year, which I was right. we found out that the 4 teams that beat us they're actually 13-3 their record, so they're very good. They'll all make a playoff run. So we've learned from each game. Our offense is completely different than it was the first game. We had a quarterback come in, kind of emerge. We moved one of our best offensive linemen out at tight end. Houston Forster catches the ball well. We had 1 running back, now we have 4. So we're a much better football team. We've learned. We've trial by fire, and I think we're poised to do something special tomorrow.
It seems pretty great, too, the passing game, as you mentioned, starting to develop a little bit over the last 2 games. Just your thoughts on that and how that's matured.
Yeah, I've told these kids we can't run the ball every play. So we're going to have to pass the ball to open up the box, and we've done that. We've got a quarterback that can roll out. He's deadly with his arm, with his legs. So we're in a good spot right now.
Bye week comes at the end of non-district play before we get started. This is one of the only team, in fact, in 12-3A that had that bye week to get started. So it's your first district game. How important was the bye week to come at this juncture?
All coaches want the bye week to be right now. So, no, it came at a good time. Tomorrow night, every single kid in the program is healthy. They're all playing. We've licked our wounds from the past. And so I think we're not at our peak, but we're headed that way.
When you look over the past 2 weeks, 2 weeks since you've taken the field, just what are some of the things that you work on, and what does that bye week really allow you guys to maybe rest and recharge a little bit in some areas?
Yeah, we reset. We looked at all the films, and we've kind of narrowed down to what we do good, and we've harped on that all week long. And we'll add wrinkles every now and then as the season progresses, but nothing major is going to be installed. So knowing that we're the good, the bad, and the ugly, so we're trying to reduce the ugly. And we tell the kids we're not going to play a perfect game tomorrow night. There will be some bumps in the road, but I think we'll do more good than not.
It's been a good go here to get started. Working through some adversity and some great staff changes, though. I wanted to give you just a moment before we kind of look ahead to this matchup, just to maybe highlight some of your staff and how they've kind of came together over these last 4 weeks. Yeah,
it's funny is this is my 10th year in New Waverly. I've got 2 guys on the high school staff that it's their 3rd year. They're 26 years old. They're the veterans on the team, but we picked up Chad Miller from Spring, very seasoned coach. His brother's a head coach at Willis. Ken Mizell, been a coordinator, head coach from Spring as well. Wayne Ware, he's done it all, had football, had basketball, a super successful guy. Aaron Compton came from LaGrange, is an outstanding football coach. He's going to do great things for our baseball program. So those guys coming in have really, they've elevated our staff. So we're looking for great things.
How have the young men responded to the changes?
Very much
those that have been here.
Very much so. We had a huge senior class leave. Most of the kids on varsity are sophomores, so there's no. They're just looking for new guys, and they've attached themselves to them, and they relate to them well.
We look ahead to Warren, a team that comes in. They did play their first district game entering into this contest, 0-1. This is a team that's had their struggles as well, but a very tough and competitive team, as anyone you'll face in district. Just kind of your thoughts heading into this matchup and maybe some keys to victory that that the guys here will have to do to take care of business.
Well, we've told the kids Warren's 3-1 and we're 0-4. So right now they've got momentum on their side, and they're going to come to win their 4th game, and we're coming to win our 1st game. So you're right. They've had their struggles just like we have, but I think our kids are they know that tomorrow night at about 11 o'clock, there will be 4 teams that are tied for 1st, and we expect to be one of those 4.
Coach, have things cooled off at all? I know we had a little bit of rain, but it's back in the mid-90s. Yeah. What are you looking forward to this time of the year?
Oh, listen, there's no more heat issues. I don't think we're knocking wood. I don't think we're going to get to the hundreds anymore. But, no, it's nice outside of practice. Yesterday it's 92 degrees, and our kids, they thought it was fall weather. So the weather tricks us well in East Texas.
You're here on your 10th year. I just got one more last question, kind of a fun one for you. As you start district play now, what excites you about this time of the season once you really get going in district play? Do you kind of feel like the team's still gelling?
Yeah.
And some things that you enjoy most about this time of the year?
It's exciting for me because we've got a new staff, we've got new kids. On our offense, we've got 1 kid that's returning on the varsity. So we've got everything's new, and it's just going to be like Christmas morning tomorrow night, I hope.
All right. Well, there he is, head coach Dean Schaub. Always appreciate your time and accessibility. Keep it locked in here as we continue our 3 Spoons Yogurt countdown to kickoff, and, of course, our interviews with Coach Schaub on pregame, brought to you by Cabins and More of Texas. As always, I'm Rob Hipp. More to come here as we continue.
Hey there, New Waverly Bulldog fans. Need more space for your growing trophy collection, or maybe a little spot to relax after the game? Or maybe you need a shelter for farm animals or your RV? Look no further than Cabins and More of Texas. We offer the highest quality portable cabins, sheds, barns, steel structures, and more, all manufactured by the most respected names in the business. Perfect for storing football gear, setting up a fan or a man cave, protecting outdoor toys or equipment, and so much more. Worried about cost? Well, don't be. We offer flexible payment options, including financing with approved credit and no credit check, rent to own. You can even get pre-qualified in just a few minutes without affecting your credit. Find Cabins and More of Texas in Riverside across from Talent's Barbecue and in Carthage in the HEB Shopping Center. That's Cabins and More of Texas online at CAMOTX.com.
You've been listening to the Three Spoons Yogurt Countdown to Kickoff. Bulldog football is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the hometown experts in celebrating life. Captivating plays and crushing hits are on the menu. It's showtime on the Bulldogs Broadcast Network. Welcome to New Waverly Bulldog Football. Live from the HITTSS Solutions broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Rob Hipp.
Welcome into the HITTSS Solutions broadcast booth alongside Ed Watto. I'm Rob Hipp. Opening kickoff already happening, running about a minute and a half early or so here tonight in Warren, Texas. But here we go as Warren received the opening kickoff. And Ed, the Warriors here will start things first down and 10. Looks like from around, where are we starting at? Around their own 20?
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, this offense is a slot tee. It's basically every offensive lineman foot to foot comes out almost like a rugby scrum and tries to gain ground.
Want to give you a heads up tonight. Our camera operator, TJ Garrett, was not able to be here. Nathan running those duties, so the scoreboard may not be updated fully tonight. So just bear with us. It's Ed and I working. Early flag will fly here, and a little bit of a carry up front. Not much on it. They're trying to go up the middle. The flag flew on this near sideline, though, around the 20, and there could have been a little jump there. We'll see what this initial call is. Again, welcome in as we get started this season, presented by our great friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the hometown experts in celebrating life. As this New Waverly team, a series of challenging matchups in the non-district part of the season. Their most recent game against the Westwood Palestine, resulting in that 36-7 loss. Bulldogs, though, they face some tough defenses on the road as well. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Here's Warren for their second play of this ball game. Handoff will go to the back. It is Slade Mayshaw. Mayshaw to the right side as he'll lunge forward for a few yards, and Mayshaw gets it close to the 30. We'll call it 5. It'll bring up second down and 5 as we're just underway. A few clouds gracing the sky tonight here in Warren, Texas, but man, it is beautiful. The sun is set, temperature down to about 82 degrees, and it's going to cool off in the mid-70s, Ed, so it's fine by me.
Yeah, on that play, very typical of the Warren Warriors, just got everybody lined up, trying to confuse who has the ball and get the ball to the outside. We'll continue to see that all night.
I give them a few more. It'll bring up 2nd and 2 here, and Ed, don't worry too much about the yardage on there. We'll be fine as this one goes on. Here's a shotgun snap to the quarterback, 2 chasing. Pass is caught by Mayshaw at the 30, 40, still on his feet. Mayshaw with room to run on the right side. And finally a touchdown saving tackle by Zane Sykes, but not before Mayshaw psyching out the Bulldogs. And into Bulldog territory around the 31-yard line. So that young man took that one about 40 yards or so. And it'll bring up another first down opportunity here for the Warriors of Warren.
Yeah, the passes that Warren goes after are generally really, really short like that. They like the slants. Right in the flat, nothing overly complex, but then trying to gain yards after catch.
So first down and 10, that ball resting on the 31, favoring the right hash mark. One receiver up top to the right. Here's a handoff going through that left A gap, and good job there on the defensive front. Coming up from the bottom of the pile with a stop was Dub Simmons for New Waverly. No gain on the play. Well, they're going to give him a little forward progress here, Ed. Looks like to the 29. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, that's right. And the interior of that defensive line has a real important job tonight. That's to stay low And whether they're nose up or whether they're in the gap or in a slant, they've got to just penetrate 1 yard deep and try and avoid getting pushed downfield in the rugby scrum.
It does bring up 2nd and 8. Here comes Warren back to the line. That ball resting inside the 30. There's a run up the middle and a short gain here of about 2. And that should bring up a 3rd down and long opportunity for this new Waverly Bulldog defense. So we'll call it 3rd down. It looks like about 6 here, Ed. So we'll call it 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Warren is right now focusing on the interior. That first part of this series, they were looking to the outside and saw the pass. But I would expect to see another run here.
So here we go with 3rd and a long 6 for Warren. Ball still on that right hash. 2 receivers down to the left side. 3 up front here for New Waverly. Pressure coming on that left side. Here's a throw. Pass over center. Ball pops out. And I believe that's going to be incomplete. Big hit coming up. There was Hunter Henry with a nice lick on the play. And unfortunately, though, a Warren young man that received that is here down on the field for a few moments as he got hit pretty hard and just got the wind knocked out of him down there.
Yeah, it was a clean hit, and the safety arrived. Hunter Henry arrived the same time as the ball. Played beautifully, but a tough hit.
Let's step aside and take a break. We'll continue on. Stay with us. This is New Waverly Bulldog football on the Bulldog Broadcast Network. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, New Waverly Bulldogs football fans. Looking to beat the heat? 3 Spoons Yogurt in Huntsville has got you covered. Located at 1524 11th Street in Huntsville, 3 Spoons Yogurt is the proud supporter of your very own New Waverly Bulldogs. With a mouth-watering selection of flavors and a rainbow of toppings, 3 Spoons Yogurt offers the perfect treat for any Bulldogs fan. Don't miss out on any of the frosty fun. Follow them on Facebook at 3 Spoons Yogurt Huntsville TX for all the latest scoop. So when you're craving something cool, remember, the only thing cooler than the yogurt at 3 Spoons is being a New Waverly Bulldogs fan.
The first quarter is brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars. Here's Rob Hipp.
Back at it. Welcome back here to New Waverly Bulldog football on the road tonight. Our first quarter action brought to you by our good friends at Charlie's Used Cars in Huntsville. As we'll continue on. 4th down after that incomplete pass, by the way, just a few moments ago. 4th and 6. And Warren here kind of in that no man's land, so I'd expect them possibly to try to go for this one here. Had a chance to catch up with Coach Smithy during this week and said that he likes what this team has been able to do in their non-conference play. They did drop the opening game of the season, though, in conference play. Coming in here tonight, 3-2 on their home field. Here's a high snap. Pressure coming. Throw over to the left side. This one caught. 25. First down 20. Still on his feet. 15 and out of bounds. And a good grab there by Sam Spurlock, the running back, senior here for Warren, with about a 15 or so yard gain inside the red zone to around the 15 or so. And moving the chains again here is Warren, Ed. We've seen him do this several times so far tonight.
Yeah, just a man in the flat, wide open, nobody covering him. The linebacker was on a blitz, and, just responsibility football.
Ball is on the 15-yard line as Warren will break out of the huddle. The opportunity here for this Bulldog defense to try to get some rhythm going against this offense. Maybe a little bit of a jump, no call, as Slade Mayshaw will roll to the right, pushing through and lunges his way forward for a hard-fought few yards on 1st down. Bring up 2nd down and possibly around a long, we'll call it 8 from up here in the booth, Ed.
Yeah, Dylan Thomas just came up and took down the ball carrier after short gain.
8:20 and ticking here in this Charlie's Used Cars first quarter. Again, thanks for joining us on SHN tonight. That ball resting inside the 15, type formation. A lot of pressure up front here by New Waverly. Direct snap here to the right side. The running back will lunge forward for just a few yards, and a 3rd down and manageable coming up here for the Warren Warriors. Under 8 minutes to go here in the first.
Yeah, that's just the typical rugby scrum, trying to get any kind of yardage. The nice thing is New Waverly's defensive line seems to be holding up, staying low, keeping their pads lower than the pads of the offensive line.
We'll call it 3rd down and 6. That ball now resting on the 11-yard line. Warren will break out of the huddle. flags will fly here, as it may have been a false start.
Yeah, it looked like the receiver on the far end. It was setting up like it was going to be a pass play.
And we do not have the quarterback's number here on our roster. I'm trying to get that. That's why I've not said his name yet. It is a false start against Warren, so they will move back 5 yards here. And now 3rd down and long. So it's Kel Kamick as the quarterback. He's wearing number 12 this week. Normally wearing number 8. Kamick in the gun here, type formation, a back to the left of his hip, and so here in a timeout is called by Warren. We'll take it with them. 7:12 to go here in the Charlie's Used Cars First. No scores. We're underway here tonight. Little 3A high school football action on SHN. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us.
Looking for a car you can trust? Come on down to Charlie's Used Cars in Huntsville. We're not just another dealership, we're a family. For 50 golden years, we've been serving your community with quality pre-owned vehicles and unbeatable customer service. At Charlie's, you're not just buying a car, you're joining a legacy. Visit our virtual showroom to explore our vast inventory, each car complete with detailed information and pictures. Got questions? Our professional sales staff is here to guide you in every step of the way because your satisfaction is our mission. Discover why at Charlie's Used Cars, it's not just a deal, it's a relationship. Visit us online at charliesusedcarstx.com.
New Waverly football action continues on the Bulldogs Broadcast Network. Now back to the HITTSS Solutions broadcast booth. Along with analyst Ed Watto, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Rob Hipp.
Welcome back at it, friends. We'll get started here 3rd and 11 after that break. Kamick stepping back, throwing this one up, caught inside, touchdown. 11-yard dart thrown to his receiver, Micah Davis, and the senior is in for the early score with 7:02 to go here in the first.
Yeah, Micah Davis just got up, over, caught the ball at the highest point, and resulting in a touchdown.
Did want to let folks know, too, we have made the executive decision tonight also just to make sure that we deliver a good broadcast to you guys. Short a cameraman tonight, and it's a little bit tougher than it normally is. And so just listen. Don't bark about not seeing the down and distance on the scoreboard. We will at least get the score updated, but it's a lot for a three-man crew.
A rookie.
Yeah, no, it's a lot to take on, and so we'll call it through the broadcast tonight. A touchdown again just a few moments ago on an 11-yard touchdown pass, and this one through the uprights and good. And it's 7-0 early lead with 7:02 to go here in the first. Warren takes the early advantage. We'll step aside, take a break. More Bulldog football on SHN after this. Stay with us.
Looking for a car you can trust? Come on down to Charlie's Used Cars in Huntsville. We're not just another dealership, we're a family. For 50 golden years, we've been serving your community with quality pre-owned vehicles and unbeatable customer service. At Charlie's, you're not just buying a car, you're joining a legacy. Visit our virtual showroom to explore our vast inventory, each car complete with detailed information and pictures. Got questions? Our professional sales staff is here to guide you in every step of the way because your satisfaction is our mission. Discover why at Charlie's Used Cars, it's not just a deal, it's a relationship. Visit us online at charliesusedcarstx.com.
The first quarter is brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars. Here's Rob Hipp.
Well, moments ago for Warren, a drive that started around their own 20, capped off by an 11-yard touchdown pass to Davis. And at the 7:02 mark, Warren with the early advantage on their home field tonight, their second game of District 12 3A, leading your Bulldogs 7-0. Welcome back into the HITTSS Solutions broadcast booth. Rob Hipp alongside Ed Watto, as we'll have the kickoff here from Warren on the way. This one a short squib kick. We'll take a couple of hops, bounce at the 30, picked up by Warren, or by New Waverly, 35, back inside, trying to stay at that 35, and finally pushed back, but the forward progress should put the Bulldogs near that 35-yard line. We'll see where the side judge is on that. And big body down there, Ed, trying to push that forward for New Waverly.
Yeah, Noah Vick picked up the squib kick. He looked like he was trying to find a seam along the sideline, but Warren was in his face just too quick.
That ball resting on the 31, and that is where this New Waverly team will get their first start tonight.
So one of the things that we saw last week or 2 weeks ago was the emergence of Trey Davis II, particularly on the offensive side of the ball, emerging as another option for a running back.
Well, here are the Bulldogs stepping back and passing. No, going to keep it here. Fumbles the ball, did not see the defender behind him, and luckily I think that went out of bounds, and it will stay with New Waverly just in the nick of time. But my goodness, Cade Garrett did not have any inkling that anyone was chasing him from behind.
Yeah, he was rolling out to his right, just caught from behind, and a sophisticated move there by the Warren defender to chop that his passing arm.
So Garrett there taking the loss. It'll be 2nd down and 16 now after the 6-yard loss on the play. One back behind Garrett, 2 receivers up top to the left, 1 down to the right in the gun at the 20. Fakes the handoff, rolls to the left side. Garrett with it here across the 30, and finally spins his way back near that original line of scrimmage, actually up to the 31-yard line. So a good run right there by Cade Garrett to gain back all of those yards, but it will bring up 3rd down and a long 10.
It's going to put him in a passing situation here, but like I said, we've got more options back with having Zane Sykes, the sure-handed receiver, and Cade Garrett has done a great job of rolling left, rolling right. Here we go.
Here it is, 3rd and 10. Sykes on a pass in the flats, and only a short gain there. Part of 2 receivers down to the right. That's going to bring up 4th down and long, and would expect New Waverly to punt this one away here, Ed?
Yeah, I think there's no question here that you're going to punt this. The short passes when you've got long yardage, often that's a selection to try, and he's not lined up to punt.
Yeah, on a 4th down and 8, I would expect a little pooch punt here by Cade. That's exactly what they're going to do. So, and it's not much of a pooch. Look at this. This thing will take a roll for New Waverly down to the 10, still bouncing, and it will stop around the 10-yard line or so. And how about that for New Waverly? So they come out. You thought, okay, they're going to go, but you knew at the last moment Cade was probably going to punt that, and it takes a good bounce in New Waverly's favor, and not so fair field position to start here for Warren on their 2nd possession of the night.
Yeah, he just got a nice roll on it. There was nobody deep for Warren to receive that kick. So best situation starting out so far tonight for the Bulldogs on the defensive side of the ball.
Warren will start this on their own 11-yard line, moving from right to left. They are leading New Waverly 7-0, 4:56 to go here in the Charlie's Used Cars First. Again, let us know you're out there tonight. You can text us on the Bulldog Fan text line at 512-522-9105. Ball is on that left hash mark. Quarterback under center here, and a quick handoff. And a good job by that Bulldog defense. There was 4 or 5 on him, and taking a loss back here. We'll see where the official mark is, but it looks like they dropped him back behind the 10-yard line there.
Yeah, it's just, Warren, they go with the foot-to-foot offensive line. The defensive line of New Waverly doing a nice job staying low, keeping their pad level lower than the offensive linemen, and blowing up the middle of that play, whether they're on a slant or a pinch or whatever they've got them doing. Just a really nice job there.
It was a 5-yard loss, bring up 2nd down and 15, 4:14 to go here in the Charlie's Used Cars First. Down to 5 on the play clock. They've got to get this one off quickly. And here's another handoff, trying to just find some separation, maybe back to that original line of scrimmage. The ball carrier there, the running back up to the line of scrimmage. Bring up 3rd down and a long 10 here for Warren.
Yeah, as this for Warren, they probably feel a little more confident because they've been able to pass on New Waverly. They've had receivers wide open. So with that being said, they're probably going to look to some kind of call like that to get this ball into the open field because they had some success early.
Kamek is the quarterback here, the junior for Warren, wearing the number 12 jersey tonight. Had it as 8 on the roster. They'll line up here with 2 receivers down to the left, nobody up top to the right. Kamek in the gun. Pressure coming here from New Waverly. Pass is incomplete. That initial pressure brought there by Dylan Thomas as he found an edge on that right side, stormed his way in, and forced the incomplete pass, and a punt coming up here for Warren.
Yeah, it's 4th down. Could be a nice field position win here for New Waverly if they can make something happen with this punt. Get set up some sort of punt return with Hunter Henry.
Yeah, Hunter Henry set back to receive around the 40 or so of the Warren Warriors. This punt will go from right to left. 3:16 to go in the first. Warren leading 7-0, but an opportunity here for New Waverly to get this ball back. As the punt is dropped, he's going to kick it back for a safety. It bounced off the goalpost.
Oh, that's a touchdown.
Wait a minute.
That is a touchdown.
Let's see how these officials score.
That bounced off the goalpost. That is a touchdown.
I don't know the official rule on that, Ed. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
I'm pretty sure. I've never seen that before either. I'm going to call it a touchdown.
He kind of fumbled the snap there.
Because we need points.
The ball fumbled the snap, and then it bounced off the backside of the goalpost. And Ed over here, official Ed, was saying, "Hey,
I think it probably is a safety. I think as soon as it touches something, it's probably dead at that point."
So the safety there on the punt attempt will go in favor of New Waverly. They'll get on the board here, still trailing 2-7. I like what I'm seeing from this defense, though, on the special teams unit coming out and putting some pressure here early on this Warren Warriors team. They let him get that 7 points. It was an 80-yard opening drive for Warren that they scored on that 11-yard touchdown pass to open this game. But that second drive is what we have started to really see from this New Waverly Bulldog defense in glimpses earlier on this season.
Yeah, it's really starting off a little bit for New Waverly, still kind of recovering from the ride, I think. But now that they've got the cobwebs kind of knocked out, hopefully we can set something up here. We're going to get the ball right now, so the offense will have to make something happen.
So 2 back to receive here for New Waverly. This will be the second opportunity that New Waverly will touch the ball on the offensive side here this evening. This punt high up into the air, fielded around the 40, and return here by Dorian Thomas. Thomas to the left side across the 40, 30 still on his feet, and out of bounds near that far side on the left around the, he's close to the.
He's right up at the 20, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say he's close to the Vicki McKenzie real estate red zone here, and we'll see where they officially mark it. I think they're going to put it just outside around the 21. What a return there on that play by Dorian Thomas.
Yeah, to start here is a really short field. You're just outside of the red zone, and I think this is a situation where you're just going to try and go with a couple of running plays and pound this thing in real quick.
So here are the Bulldogs starting on the Warren 21, trailing 7-2. Handoff will go to the right side across the 20. 10 down to the 5, touchdown on that corner, I believe, clipping the corner for New Waverly, and in for the score is Hunter Henry from 21 yards out, and New Waverly will take the early advantage here now, tacking on 6.
Really, really nice lead block there. Ty Smithers was pulled out in front, opening up a lane, and Ty was the lead blocker about 10 yards until Hunter Henry could get to the outside.
2:43 remaining here in the Charlie's Used Cars first, and just like that, New Waverly will flip the script, now leading 8-7. Here's the extra point try on the way, and it is no good, but New Waverly again holding on to the advantage now, 8-7. After the punt resulting in a safety, getting the ball, and then a 21-yard rush there by Hunter Henry. We'll step aside, take a break, more to come. Stay with us. This is New Waverly Bulldog Football live tonight on SHN Sports.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
Welcome back to New Waverly Bulldogs football, presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Alongside Ed Watto, here's Rob Hipp.
Back at it, friends. Rob Hipp here alongside Ed Watto. Moments ago for New Waverly, it was a return by Dorian Thomas that set up New Waverly on the Warren 21-yard line. It was a quick 21-yard rush in by Hunter Henry. And New Waverly takes the lead 8-7. That is your DoubleDave's Pizzaworks scoring drive recap. Here's the kickoff from left to right. Short kick. This one fielded around the 25 by Warren, running back to the inside on the left side across the 30, 35, 40. Trying to turn it downhill 50. Still on his feet. Finally brought down just outside the 40-yard line. And good return there on the kick return by the Warren Warriors. Finally, the tackle coming up and the push out of bounds. I believe it was Jack Register was around there.
Jack Register had a nice tackle out of bounds. Really, the one thing on kickoff is really trying to get that right angle of attack. Pursuing the football. Oftentimes you look. It's like looking at an airplane. If you've got to get looking in front of it. Set some point in front of there, and that's what Jack Register did.
There was a flag, though, and this ball may be coming back. There may have been a hold that allowed him to get up so far. That flag was thrown fairly late, and it will bring Warren back to their own side of the field here. What would have been in New Waverly territory. This thing is going to come all the way back here, Ed. They're going to mark it outside around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that's a big change in yardage for New Waverly. They've got to take advantage of this because right where Warren was, they're automatically in a short field situation. But now they're back at the 25.
2:31 here in the Charlie's Used Cars first. Warren trails New Waverly 8-7. Back to the 24-yard line, and the Bulldogs storming inside, bringing the pack and slamming them down to the original line of scrimmage. No gain on the play on that right side. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Looks like we had Houston Forrester in there again, coming in, staying low, wrapping him up. Looks like there was they gave him some progress on a short 1-yard gain, but they certainly brought him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Still in the huddle here. Plenty of time on the play clock. 2 minutes and ticking here in the first. As Kamek will bring his team back. 2 receivers down to the left side. Kamek does have a running back offset to his left hip. That is Hunter Hollyfield. He will try to float this one up. Flags fly and a little lunge forward here near that right side for a short gain. But a couple of flags actually flew. One there at the beginning, one towards the end of that play. Only a short gain, and we'll see what this call is.
The flags look like they were in the area of holding, but we'll see what the call is here.
These penalties is what set Warren back to begin with.
Face mask.
Yeah, it's going to be a face mask here against New Waverly. It's going to be a first down coming up for Warren now. So New Waverly, the benefactor of Warren penalties on the defensive side, and now they'll flip the script, and New Waverly making a critical penalty that will insinuate an automatic first down and move Warren back closer towards the 40-yard line. Still on their side of the field, but those are the plays. Coach Schaub down there in the field just kind of shaking his head saying, come on, guys, we're through 4 games now, our 5th game of the season. It's time to clean this up.
Yeah, the one challenge with that dumb old face mask is you're going to make a tackle, and if your hand's in the wrong spot, your fingers just find their way in there.
Kamek there in the gun. Zach Tanton, a utility player, also was lining up. The officials are going to have a quick discussion here around the 35-yard line. I want to welcome everybody in this evening. Thanks for joining us here on SHN Sports. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our season presenting sponsor. They are your hometown experts in celebrating life. Big thanks to Greg Smith and his great staff. We also appreciate 3 Spoons Yogurt, where Bulldog fans come to chill. Ed, you and I may need to go chill over there sometime. We chilled last night at the Bearcats game.
We chilled at the Bearcats game. We were cheering them on.
Big thanks as well to Cabins and More of Texas. Find your perfect space with Cabins and More of Texas. Visit CAMOTX.com today. And also a big thank you to our friend Nelson Amaya from Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, where honest work meets community focus, keeping Walker County safe and smiling since way back in 1999. Seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what the discussion was here. It looks like the referee came over to the Warren sideline, and the Warren coach appears to be expressing some frustration. And there was no signal given out of these officials.
The ball is resting on Warren's own 40-yard line, favoring the right hash mark. They are moving from right to left. 1:33 to go here in the Charlie's Used Cars first. Kamek in the gun, running back offset to his right side. Will hand off to that back, bounces his way, spins backward, trying to backpedal his way forward on that left side was Hunter Hollyfield. He's only a freshman on this team, one of 2 freshmen on this varsity squad. But right there, not much, as he may take a slight loss. It'll be 2nd and about 12 coming up here for Warren.
Yeah, it looks like Warren on their offensive line has opened up some of their splits a little bit, particularly between the center and the guard. And New Waverly seems to be taking a little bit of advantage of that. There's more of a comfort zone out of these Warren kids to play foot to foot.
It'll bring up 2nd and 12, under a minute to go here in the first. As Kamek looks over his left shoulder, getting the play call from Coach Smithy and his staff. One receiver, tight formation to either side. He'll call for it in the shotgun snap around the 32 and tried to deliver one here. And immediately the Bulldogs, once again, taking care of business, reading that one for a short gain up to around the 40 on the left side. I like what I'm seeing again, Ed, from this defense. And one of those guys down there popping up, Jude Schiltz, has been a force as this season has continued on.
Yeah, absolutely. Dylan Thomas there with a nice play. Bringing up 3rd down.
I think they're going to let this quarter wind down too, Ed. So
yeah, just 12 seconds left here.
So they will let this quarter wind down, and that'll wrap it up on the Charlies used to Cars first quarter. Your score after one, New Waverly leads 8-7 here on the road tonight in their district opener. We'll step aside, take a break. Second quarter action coming up. Second quarter is brought to you by our friends at Rodeo Mexican Bar and Grill. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us. It's New Waverly Bulldog football live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network.
Are you looking for the perfect place to satisfy your Mexican food cravings? Look no further than Rodeo Mexican Restaurant in Huntsville. Established in April 2003, Rodeo Mexican Restaurant is a family-owned and operated establishment that brings you the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. From flautas and tamales to chimichangas and mouth-watering drinks, there's something for everyone. Planning a game night to support the New Waverly Bulldogs? Why not make it a fiesta with Rodeo Mexican Restaurant's extensive takeout menu? So come on down with your friends and family to enjoy the best local Mexican food in Huntsville. Visit our website at www.rodeomexicanrestaurant.com to place your order for delivery or pickup today. Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, where every meal is a fiesta.
We'll come right back into it here. Warren on this first play in the second quarter from left to right. It's incomplete as they will switch scripts now, moving on the opposite end of the field. That pass over the left side was incomplete and brings up 4th down and a long 10. I would expect the punt unit to come up here as New Waverly set back to receive. Hunter Henry will waltz his way back around the 40-yard line on that right side.
Yeah, and you get into this situation, there's 3 phases to the football game: offense, defense, and special teams. And New Waverly's one score is really, or 2 scores is really a result of that special teams busted snap by the Warren Warriors. So, we'll see what's going to happen. Oh, looks like they're going for it.
Yeah, we'll see. They may try to do the little pooch punt thing as well. I mean, it's 4th and 10 here. They are going to go back for the pooch punt here. And this one is on the way. It'll take a bounce around the 30 back in New Waverly territory. This one will roll down the hill as well to the 10. And that's where the Bulldogs will start for their 3rd possession of this evening. Again, we are here in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant. Second quarter. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us as we continue tonight here on SHN Sports. It's New Waverly Bulldog football.
Hey, New Waverly sports fans, Robert Lindeman here. Dream of shining on the field? At HITTSS Solutions Player Development, we're all about helping instruct the stars to shine. Every player has the brilliance within. We're here to magnify it. Dive deep into the fundamentals of baseball and softball with proven strategies and top-tier techniques. But it's not just about physical skills. We unlock the mental side of the game. Learn the ABCs, attitude, belief, confidence, and the list goes on, shaping you into the best player God created you to be. Remember, as individuals shine, the whole team rises to victory. At HITTSS Solutions, we believe every star deserves its moment. And speaking of stars, HITTSS Solutions Player Development is proud to support New Waverly football. Here's to a stellar season. For more information, visit HITTSS.com.
Second quarter action is brought to you by Rodeo Mexican Restaurant. Let's return to Rob Hipp.
Back at it here in the HITTSS Solutions broadcast booth. One play already underway for New Waverly is a 3-yard run. I believe it was Hunter Henry on that right side. Bring up 2nd down and 7. As this drive starting around their own 9, now to the 12-yard line. And here's another run on that right side that's been somewhat effective here for the Bulldogs. This time, though, as he angled his way, only a short gain past that line of scrimmage will bring up 3rd down and long. Call it about 6 or so here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, so you're in that 3rd down situation. The last time they were in a 3rd and long, they called kind of a short pass. I think, if whatever you're going to do, you've just got to be looking further down the field here. New running back in the game, Trey Davis, the second.
Yeah, just saw Davis, the second out there, 2 receivers to the left. And here we go on a 3rd and 6 for New Waverly. And here's the keeper. Is that Garrett?
Yeah,
across the 20, down inside the 25. It's enough for a Bulldog. McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling, first down. So they'll move the sticks. Good run there on the keeper by Garrett.
Yeah, Cade Garrett liked what he saw there. Lead blocker there, number 22, Brody Watto, and bringing in Trey Davis at the running back spot. You know, that's kind of what they got to do, right? You know, what we saw early in the year was one running back running all the time. And the problem with that is it's biology. It's cardiovascular. Even if, you know, our kids are in shape. So, you know, you look at this as Garrett rolls right.
First down and 10. Pass goes over to that right side, and the connection is made here. Saw number 4. Did I see that right?
That was 44.
44. I was about to say, man.
Houston Forrester. His first completion of the night.
What's Dub Simmons normally wearing?
Dub Simmons is wearing number 40.
So they switched those two.
They switched those two, yeah.
So Simmons is on 40, and you said who was on 44?
44 is Houston Forrester.
Houston Forrester.
Yeah.
Appreciated it. That's why I got to have you up here, man. That's why I pay you the big bucks,
That's
man.
right. But the check's in the mail, right?
It is another McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down for New Waverly. Under 10 minutes to go, leading 8-7 here in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant. Second quarter, Garrett running back behind him. 2 receivers up top to the right. He will keep it here. Over to the left side across the 40, 45, back inside that right or left hash rather, up to the 50. And an 11-yard gain and another move of the sticks, and it's another Bulldog. First down brought to you by McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling.
Yeah, Cade Garrett just liked what he saw. He had Trey Davis and pulled that one, getting himself and his team a first down, moving this ball down the field.
Trey Davis is second behind him again. 2 receivers up top to the right, 1 to the left. Here is Davis, the ball carrier, 50, 45 on the left side, still gutting his way forward. And about a 7-yard gain on that carry. Will bring up second down and manageable. This run offense starting to work effectively now for the Bulldogs.
You know, Trey Davis had a really some nice runs in the second half last week or 2 weeks ago at Palestine Westwood. 8 runs, 56 yards, 7 yards per carry. So he is a big back. 2nd
and 3 for New Waverly. Here's Cade Garrett passing the flat right side. Zane Sykes psyching him out across the 35 to the 30 on that right side. Move those sticks, and the Bulldogs with another McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch there. Short, looked like, you know, just to the outside, but he went through the cut up through the defense on the right-hand side.
Trey Davis will head back over to the sideline, and Brody Watto in here on the offensive set for New Waverly. Cade Garrett there also, of course, the quarterback, and the running back standing beside him. I don't know what the holdup is here. They're going to get set. I see is that Coach Rodeo over there calling in some offensive juice. He's over there hopping around the 40. So this ball now for New Waverly. Getting close to that Vicki McKenzie real estate red zone. They just now moved the sticks, Ed. I think it's around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and I like what I'm seeing out of the offense with the switching up of the personnel.
Here we go. The handoff goes into the hands of Hunter Henry. Henry finds juice. Daylight. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Yeah.
25 yards for Hunter Henry and his second touchdown rush of the evening.
Beautiful backside blocking on the play by Brody Watto. A defender could have blown up the play. Hunter Henry taking it down the field. You know, for every one of the longest run of the night at Palestine Westwood, the lead blocker the entire way down the field was number 22, Brody Watto.
Here's the extra point try by Callaway Edney. She can hit these. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick on its way. This one just short, though, off that right side. There may have been a slight deflection in there, but nonetheless, New Waverly leading 14-7, and we'll step aside and take a break with 8:34 to go here in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant second quarter. This is New Waverly Bulldog football on SHN Sports.
I'm Lisa Branch here with a special shout out to all the New Waverly football fans. Let's make this season a game changer, both on the field and in the classroom too. At LearningRX in Huntsville, we go beyond tutoring to supercharge your brain. Our ReadRX program combines reading instruction with brain training, taking an unconventional yet highly effective approach to learning reading. With one-on-one training sessions, we focus on core cognitive skills like working memory and auditory processing. The results? An average auditory processing gain of 19 points for children and teens with learning struggles. We personalize each program, from kids who crave a challenge to adults wanting to sharpen their skills. Located just a short drive from New Waverly, we're your local solution for enhancing learning at any age. Ready to unlock new strengths and potentials? Visit us online at learningrx.com/Huntsville or visit us at 49 State Highway 75 North in Huntsville. LearningRX Huntsville, where we make learning easier and more exciting. Let's excel on our terms.
Bulldog football is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Now, let's go back to the gridiron. Here's Rob Hipp with the call.
Back at it here as New Waverly will kick this one off from the 40. Good kick here from right to left, fielded around the 15, dropped on that 15. And the returnman picks it up, runs to the right side across the 20 with defenders coming, still on his feet though, 25, and maybe a hold there as flags fly across the 30, and finally brought out of bounds. And boy, New Waverly's playing a little aggressive down there. Dylan Thomas, the returnman, was way out of bounds. Luckily, Dylan didn't get a flag thrown on him, and we'll see what that is in the backfield. Just a few moments ago, for New Waverly, a drive that started on their own 9-yard line. You go down, take it 91 yards, capped off by a 25-yard touchdown rush by Hunter Henry. It was his second of the evening. 14-7 your score. New Waverly leads, and that is your DoubleDave's Pizzaworks scoring drive recap.
Yeah, you know, New Waverly starting to smell some blood in the water, starting to get a little more excitement. That's what we've needed to see out of them all year, where they start to put some things together and then set up a drive. New Waverly came down the field beautifully in their lanes, just fighting through all the trash to get a nice stop here. Conversation going on with the officials. I'm not sure what this is. It looked like it was some sort of hold or block in the back.
Yeah, and one of the Warren players back there on the return team kind of threw his hands up right when that flag flew out, almost insinuating, hey, I didn't mean to do that. But the officials have still not given any indication yet, and now they're going to say this is against New Waverly. They're walking forward uphill now.
Yeah.
And I was looking on that right side, Ed. I did not see the referee his hand gesture, but that looks like maybe something in the direction of a personal foul.
Yeah,
15 yards.
I don't know if it was something on, I don't know what player it was on, but apparently it was a 15-yarder on somebody in New Waverly.
So they'll take it here for Warren, their fourth possession of the night, starting on their own 45-yard line, 8:20 to go. Here in this Rodeo Mexican restaurant second quarter. Always a joy to be up here next to the man himself, Ed Watto. By the way, let us know, Big Kahuna, what's the nickname tonight for Ed? You can text that in on our Bulldog fan text line at 512-522-9105. Let us know you're out there. We'll get set here for Warren on the right hash. Handoff will go to the back here, and a great defensive job by the Bulldogs, immediately stopping them after maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain. It was Noah Vick there, one of the initial defensive linemen, getting in on that tackle.
Yeah, it was, again, the New Waverly has got across their defensive front, they're trying to stay as low as they can and blow up that rugby scrum coming forward. If they continue to do that, that allows linebackers to slide in and make the tackles.
Well, sure. I know I mentioned Jude's name earlier, and that front here for this Bulldog defense, such a powerful force to be reckoned with. I've enjoyed watching these young men over the last 4 games really grow and materialize together. Jackson Hathorn, one of them out there as well. And then you got the big 6'3" who doesn't play around. That's Jackie Harper. And you're not going to hear the harp playing you're going to hear the harp playing if he pops into you.
Yeah, Jackie Harper is just has his motor going all game long. He needs to, be the guy to make an impact early, something else in the second quarter, but he's doing it tonight by blowing up the interior of this Warren line.
Looks like a quick break here. I'm not sure if a timeout was called or not.
There was a timeout called.
Let's get to some more of our great sponsors, some good friends that have been helping to make this possible this season.
Yeah, DoubleDave's Pizzaworks. Get it while it's hot.
Get it while it's hot, Ed. Come on, man.
And McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling. McGilberry offers a complete range of HVA services. With a summer like this in Huntsville, Texas, you need everything that McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling has, and they cover the surrounding areas as well. And then Vicki McKenzie Real Estate. Your perfect home is just one play away.
That is, and a one play away for this defense for New Waverly to really start adding in some insurance. They're leading 14-7. Warren with the ball trailing, 7:31 to go on a 2nd down and 9 from their own 46. Kamek in the gun here. Nice little in-around play. Will pass over in the flats to that right side to Slade Mayshaw, and Mayshaw is not able to turn the corner and go downhill, and he'll be stopped for a loss on the play of a couple, so he'll move back. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11. Once again, great job by that New Waverly defense coming up, snuffing out that play, saying not tonight, boys.
Yeah, Dylan Thomas saw that one coming the whole way, getting Warren into a 3-yard tackle for loss on that. Well, they're going to spot it with it just being a 2-yard, but really nice play by Dylan Thomas.
I want to give a shout out to a young man that I used to broadcast for in Huntsville several years ago, none other than Bun Shelley joining us, the Shelley family. And Bun Shelley, Bun, good to see you watching, young man, and have enjoyed keeping up with you outside of high school. Here we go, 3rd and 11 for Warren. High snap, Kamek holds on to it, pass over right side, incomplete. Great defense. He threw it in the direction of Slade Mayshaw. He was covered up like a tarp when a rainstorm was coming, and nothing there, and it's incomplete. And another 4th down here for Warren.
He was throwing that. There was nothing but white shirts, one black shirt in a sea of white, so I'm not sure why he took the shot at that one. But we'll see what happens here on this 4th down. I think, if you can take some risk and, knowing that it's 4th and 11 and get Hunter Henry back there to try and set up a return if they do the sort of pooch punt, I think that's a good thing going.
I think you could almost expect that now. We've seen it from New Waverly tonight. We've seen it from Warren tonight, talking about the pooch punt. And earlier, Noah Vick ran up, and that ball sailed over him. And I think he's just going to hang tight where he's at right now around the 25. So they will go back into that formation. Kamek here, the snap, the punt from around the 40. They're going to whistle this one dead before it starts. And I don't believe that's actually Kamek out there that was pooch punting that. No, it was not. It was actually Zach Tanton. He's a utility player. And we'll see what the whistle was here that stopped this one.
Well, the referee on the far sideline is given the wrong signal.
It's obviously against
Yeah,
Warren
it is
here.
Against Warren.
False start.
False start.
There's the right signal now.
There's the right signal. He pointed the right direction. The defense can move.
So that will move it back now inside the 40, around the 39-yard line. That ball on the right hash mark for the Warren Warriors, trailing on their home field tonight, 14-7. 6:29 to go here in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant 2nd quarter. Henry eagerly ready to receive this punt from Zach Tanton. High one bopped around, and this will drop around the 30. And for the 2nd time tonight, we've seen that. Some extracurricular here after the play, and the officials break that one up quickly, thank goodness. But, boy, excellent field position coming up here for New Waverly again. And we'll see if they can capitalize and add that insurance that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, and, in their prior games, that has been one of the tough things for Warren. They have put the ball on the ground at different times, more so than their opponents, even though they have a winning record. But puts New Waverly in a great field position. And I really liked what I saw out of the changing up of the personnel, bringing in different running backs, different tight ends, different receivers. Really seems like the offense is fresher trying to get down the field.
This will start for New Waverly on the Warren 31. Here is the handoff to Henry as he will turn this one up the field across the 30. And a good run here on 1st down, maybe, or looks like around a healthy gain of 5 or so. It'll bring up 2nd down and long, but a good run on 1st down.
Yeah, nice 5 yards there. Ty Smithers, the lead blocker, out to the right-hand side.
This time, one back behind. Here is the handoff again into the hands of Henry, and a good run here by Hunter Henry. and he may have got enough. He needed 5 or so to get that first
Yeah.
down, and he got it. It's another McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down for New Waverly as they'll move the sticks, and now inside that Vicki McKenzie Real Estate red zone. So we'll get set, the ball resting just inside the 20, believe on the 19 or so. Garrett gets the shotgun snap. This time he goes down, face mask there as he was pulled down by the face mask on the play by Sam Spurlock, and boy, New Waverly will benefit from that one again.
Yeah, New Waverly going a little bit of tempo here, so so that's a good thing. But changing up some personnel back and forth, very, very valuable to get players into the game that have gotten a sip of water, got their heart rate back down, get them back in here, and this is what you need to see. Moving down the field out of this offense.
So now well inside that Vicki McKenzie Real Estate red zone are the Bulldogs. We're inside the red zone, brought to you by Vicki McKenzie Real Estate. Step into the red zone with Vicki McKenzie. Your perfect home is just a play away. And the officials here are going to whistle this one and have a quick discussion with coaching staff here for Warren. Coach Smithy having a quick discussion around the 20. We've seen that a little bit tonight here in this one, Ed.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the it looks like the Warren head coach has got an issue with where the ball was spotted.
Text coming in on the Bulldog fan text line saying, thanks, guys, for giving us the chance to enjoy the game. Go Bulldogs. We're proud grandparents of Hunter Henry. You can send in a text as well. Let us know that you're out there tonight. We'd love to hear from you, whether you are from Warren or, of course, from New Waverly. And let us know who you're cheering on and what your name is. You can text us at 512-522-9105. Get back into action here for New Waverly inside the 10-yard line. First and goal from the 9. As Garrett in the gun, running back offset to his right. And did he hand off to that back?
He handed off to Dylan Thomas.
Yeah,
looks
boy,
like he's right down to the 1.
He sold that fake beautifully.
It was beautiful, yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, where did that ball go? And he got it down, ran it into around the 2-yard line. So second and goal here for New Waverly from the 2. Again, handoff, zigzag swag in is Dylan Thomas for a 2-yard skip to the loo, my darling. And the Bulldogs adding some insurance here with 5:03 to go in the second.
Yeah, nice run out of Dylan Thomas. Both runs were basically the same, and nice fakes by Cade Garrett.
So now Dylan Thomas getting in.
Right, so we've seen these 3 series, 3 different running backs. Hunter Henry, obviously the main back, and looks like we're going for 2.
Are lining up here. Dylan Thomas will remain as the back. 2 receivers down to the left, 1 up top to the right. Cade Garrett stands in the gun. Here's the 2-point try again. Thomas again. Yes, 2 points in. And how about that for New Waverly as they take a 22-7 advantage with 5:03 to go here in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant second quarter. We'll step aside, take a break, stay with us as we continue New Waverly Bulldog football on the Bulldogs Broadcast Network. We'll be right back after this.
Storm season is right around the corner, Texas friends. And when it comes to protecting your home, choosing the right roofer is crucial. Texas Signature Roofing is the answer you've been searching for. This locally and veteran-owned business specializes in residential composition shingles, standing seam metal, and commercial roofing. With 2 convenient locations in Huntsville and College Station, they've got most of the Lone Star State covered. Beyond their technical expertise, Texas Signature Roofing also offers military discounts and is fully committed to customer satisfaction. Their skilled team won't sign off until the job meets their high standards. Ready for a roof that lasts? Call 936-661-8442 or visit TexasSignatureRoofing.com to secure your free consultation today. Texas Signature Roofing, setting the industry standard for quality and reliability and proudly supporting New Waverly Bulldog football.
Second quarter action is brought to you by Rodeo Mexican Restaurant. Let's return to Rob Hipp.
Back at it, friends. New Waverly set to kick this one off in a few moments. We'll have that DoubleDave's Pizzaworks scoring drive recap for you after this kick. New Waverly is leading 22-7, and here is the kick by Edney. A nice little hop here, looking for an onside. It'll take a roll, a bounce, and I think at the last moment, a Warren Warrior returnman fell on that around the 36-yard line. So they'll start out in decent field position. Before that, though, it was the 4th possession of the night for New Waverly. Started on the Warren 31-yard line after a botched snap on a punt. And a 2-yard touchdown run goes in. Dylan Thomas, a 3rd rushing touchdown tonight for this New Waverly offense at the 5:03 mark. They lead 22-7. That is your DoubleDave's Pizzaworks scoring drive recap.
Yeah, this is, really, this is the point in the game where you're up 22-7. This is where culture plays into this in the minds of the player. This is where you put your foot. If you are playing for New Waverly, you have to put your mindset and your foot on the gas. This is where you cannot relax because Warren they're tough. They're going to try and come right down the field.
Warren starting here on their own 37. Quarterback Kamek under center. One receiver up to the right. He'll fake this one. Handoff goes. Has a lane. 50 on his feet. Down to the 40. 1 to beat. Chasing him down is Zane Sykes to the 10. 5. Touchdown. Boy, right out of the gate. And about 63 yards in for the score. Man, my goodness, how about that?
Yeah.
And it was that Zach Tanton, number 20?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was him. They've run that play a couple of times this year, and it's just, it comes down to execution, responsibility, football, and not over-pursuing. Really paying attention that nobody over-pursues until the ball breaks the line of scrimmage, and that was, a complete breakdown there.
I think it was Tanton. If that was, it was about a 64-yard rush in. Sold the fake beautifully and was able to go to that left side, took it to the house, and as it sits right now, 22-13, 4:45 to go here in the second. The officials are going to whistle this one dead for just a moment as the extra point try about to happen here in just a few moments. Lining up, set to kick this one in. I don't have a number there for 32. I do know that the holder is the quarterback, Kamek, but don't have a 32 on this roster. Officials still having a discussion, and hopefully we'll whistle this one into play here in a moment. Ed, by the way, don't be playing football down here. We heard on the PA earlier, no one play football in the middle of this game.
Only one game
Only
tonight.
one game tonight. That was always a lot of fun when I was, a youngster, middle school, playing football under the stands in Georgetown. That's where I grew up. Here's the extra point try. That was almost blocked. Good job, but this one does get through the uprights and good. And it's 22-14, just like that. One play. And in for the touchdown. Warren, though, still trailing here, but now only by 8 points. We'll step aside, take a break with 4:45 remaining here in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant second quarter. This is New Waverly Bulldog football live tonight on the SHN Sports Broadcast Network.
For more than 2 decades, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home has been committed to providing the highest quality service to your family in their time of need. I'm Greg Smith, owner of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We recognize when you make funeral arrangements with us, you're choosing both the use of our premier facilities and the care for your loved ones that only our professional, dedicated staff can provide. We're here to fulfill the desire of each family that comes through our doors. It's my family's honor to serve yours. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, your hometown experts at celebrating life.
Welcome back to New Waverly Bulldogs football, presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Alongside Ed Watto, here's Rob Hipp.
Back at it, friends. Thanks for joining us. Beautiful night here in East Texas and Warren, Texas. Little 12-3A action underway. Second game for Warren as they come in 0-1 in district, and the opening district game tonight for the New Waverly Bulldogs. Moments ago, a drive on their own 37. Warren capping it off, 64-yard touchdown run to make it an 8-point game. Kick here, a little short squib over to the 35, and New Waverly falling on it. And here you go, Ed. You just talked about if you're a Bulldog, keep your foot on the gas pedal. They let it off there. Now it's time to put the pedal back to the metal.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to just work this ball right back down the field and get a score before halftime. And, that you get up by a couple scores, it is part of the, it's part of the idea in your head. You cannot let yourself let down your responsibility when you're playing, whatever part of the defense.
New Waverly will start this drive on their own 34-yard line, the 5th drive of this night here on a Friday night. As we'll get rocking and rolling here. Garrett, shotgun snap from the 30, handoff here. Henry finding daylight across the 45, and about a 13 or 14-yard carry as he gets near the half-century mark. It is another McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, looks like the offense for New Waverly going a little bit of tempo, but switching up personnel, getting different people in there. That's really important. First time that it's happened with execution.
3 receiver set here for the Bulldogs. This one kind of snapped and fumbled, but they're going to call a false start, I believe. They whistled it dead, and that should move it back 5, and it'll be 1st and 15. At least I don't want to get ahead of myself, Ed, but that's what I thought the call was. Blondry is down there. So that is the play. False start against the Bulldogs. Again, 4:18 to go here in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant. Second quarter, 22-14. New Waverly with the lead and the ball. But that false start will move them back now, 1st and 15.
Yeah, so it probably turns this into more of a passing situation early. It looks like they got 3 to the near side.
Yeah, 3 receivers down. Zane Sykes in the middle, 1 up top, 4 wide receivers here on this set. Shotgun snap. Here is Garrett, 45, still on his feet, trying to get behind defenders. 50, 45 the other way, tight roping the sidelines, and finally out of bounds around the 40. It'll move the chains on another McGilberry Heating and Cooling first down. About a 20-yard scamper there. He needed 15, got 20, and it's a first down for New Waverly.
Well executed play by Trey Davis to take the fake. They bit on that, but then Cade Garrett hiding the ball, and Brody Watto downfield blocking, allowing them to get the first down and get a new set of downs.
Trey Davis here now in as a running back, and a whistle here, and this one will whistle dead before it starts. And a timeout was called by Warren before that play got off. We'll take it with them. 3:52 to go here in the first at 22-14. New Waverly with the lead, but they're driving. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. More to come here on New Waverly Bulldog Football on SHN.
Are you faced with a challenging negotiation? Are you looking for a professional that can help you? Why not discuss your situation with a professional negotiator? Rally Point Advisors has experience in personal, business, and government negotiation, as well as creating value for its clients. With experience in real estate, land deals, employment contracts, or working with government entities, Rally Point Advisors will listen to your negotiation challenge and help you find a solution. Call Rally Point Advisors today at 281-660-5076. Rally Point Advisors, simplifying negotiation and creating value.
Second quarter action is brought to you by Rodeo Mexican Restaurant. Let's return to Rob Hipp.
Back at it here in Warren, Texas, alongside Ed Watto. I'm Rob Hipp. Thanks for being a part of this one tonight. 22-14, 3:52 to go here in the second. New Waverly driving. They are in Warren Warrior territory. Cade Garrett, the quarterback, in the gun. Trey Davis behind him. 4 receivers, 3 up top to the right, 1 down to the left. Here's the shotgun snap, rolls back beyond the 50, pass over right side. This one bobbled and caught. How about that on the play for Houston? Forrester brought a little tree action with him, and he will get this one up for a gain, maybe about 5 yards or so, 4 or 5 yards, second down and long, but I like the athleticism there by Forrester.
Yeah, it was a nice reaching up and pulling that one out of the air. It's second and manageable. You got Trey Davis in the game. We'll see what Coach Stradi's got dialed up.
The old reach and grab. That's what they call that one, right?
That's right.
Bring up second down and a long 6. Here's Garrett, empty backfield now. Through 2 defenders. Garrett swing arms this one to the right side. Up, caught. Oh, baby, did he catch it? And
touchdown.
It is a touchdown for the Bulldogs. A strike on the play of 35+. And hopping down and making the grab. How about that for Zane Sykes?
Yeah, that has got me excited. Zane Sykes has got great hands. You shake hands with Zane Sykes and you feel like a little guy. He's not a big guy, but he's got some big beefy hands.
We'll call it, why don't we just give him 40 yards on that one, Ed? I didn't see the exact yardage. We'll call it around 40. And here is Edney, Callaway on the way. Callaway Edney, the extra point kick. This one is good for Callaway Edney. How about that? As New Waverly, we said they got to get their foot back on the gas pedal. They do, leading 29-14, 3:35 to go. And the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant second. We'll step aside, take a break. More to come here on SHN.
Are you looking for the perfect place to satisfy your Mexican food cravings? Look no further than Rodeo Mexican Restaurant in Huntsville. Established in April 2003, Rodeo Mexican Restaurant is a family-owned and operated establishment that brings you the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. From flautas and tamales to chimichangas and mouth-watering drinks, there's something for everyone. Planning a game night to support the New Waverly Bulldogs? Why not make it a fiesta with Rodeo Mexican Restaurant's extensive takeout menu? So come on down with your friends and family to enjoy the best local Mexican food in Huntsville. Visit our website at www.rodeomexicanrestaurant.com to place your order for delivery or pickup today. Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, where every meal is a fiesta.
New Waverly Bulldogs football on SHN Sports is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the hometown experts in celebrating life. This broadcast is also sponsored in part by 3 Spoons Yogurt, Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, HITTSS Solutions, McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling, Charlie's Used Cars, Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Vicki McKenzie, the McKenzie Group, First Baptist Church New Waverly, Rally Point Advisors, the Greind, Texas Signature Roofing, and by DoubleDave's Pizzaworks.
Back at it here, Edney's kick after we get started. Goes across a 30, but here is Warren on the field. Finally slammed down, barely in New Waverly territory after a return there of 30 yards or so. A good kick by Edney, give her credit, but boy, even a better return there by Warren Warriors with 3:23. They've got a little juice behind them here as they want to get back in action.
Yeah, they do. You're right back in the same situation before they scored. You cannot let down right now. Defensively with personnel, whatever defense that we're putting on the field, whatever we're calling, we got to make sure every part of this field is covered and everybody is ready to get a 3 and out.
I want to give a shout out here. Some more folks joining us on social media. Coach Randy Hedberg at North Dakota State University, the quarterback's coach there.
Oh, my goodness.
Joining in. Coach Hedberg, good to see you. We miss you guys. Good to be back here in Texas, though, alongside a future Hall of Famer here at Watto, future New Waverly Hall of Fame broadcaster, right?
Oh, my goodness. You're the Hall of Famer.
And we'll get back at it 1st and 10 here as Warren trying to run this one forward, and it will be a short gain. That one starting out, looks like around the New Waverly 49, and only a short gain of 1 or 2 on the carry. Bring up 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, it's, the rugby scrum, just trying to get that. Looks like Houston Forrester made the tackle, but his hand looks like it hurts. Hopefully the coaches will recognize that and pull him out of there. There's no point in having somebody in there that's having a problem.
Well, they gave him a few extra yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 now. Ball on the right hash mark. As Kamek here in the gun. Shotgun snap around the 50.
Reverse.
Little in-around reverse action. This handoff across the 40 on the right hash marks and close to a 1st down. Needed 6. I believe the ball carrier there only got about 4, though, but still, what a play on the nice reverse fake there. Bring up 3rd down and very short for Warren.
Yeah, I see Jackie Harper coming in the game, Brody Watto coming in the game. Probably the right decision to change out some personnel here and get some fresh bodies and fresh legs in.
29-14, New Waverly with the lead, but the ball back in the hands of the Warren Warriors. 2:09 to go here in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, 2nd quarter. As the Warriors will break out of the huddle, the ball resting on that right hash mark on the New Waverly 40. Here's a handoff, just trying to get the 1st down, the extra push, and I believe they're going to get the forward progress for the first. 3 Bulldogs come up from the bottom of the pack, but it is enough for a Warren Warrior 1st down. The runner there, Zach Tanton, I believe, who had that big one earlier for the touchdown score.
Yeah, just crossed the line of gain, getting them a 1st down, fresh set of downs, 1:55 to go.
Here we go for Warren on the New Waverly 37 or so. Here's Kamek with a hand in his face and incomplete. And for a moment I thought they threw a flag, but that's a ball bouncing back there. No flag on the play. Good secondary coverage in the backfield by New Waverly. It'll bring up 2nd and long.
Yeah, New Waverly might have escaped with I don't think the ball was catchable. The official probably had the best look at it, but, he did. Both of them were looking at the ball, but it was, one of those ones that the Warren fans wanted to call.
Cale Kamek remains in there as the quarterback here, as trying to lead his team back, trailing 29-14, 1:45 to go here in the 2nd. Hunter Hollyfield in the backfield, 1 receiver to either side. Steps back, 45, shotgun snap, up, incomplete. He was looking in the direction of Slade Mayshaw, but there was a lot of Bulldogs in the territory, and it's incomplete on the right side near the 30.
Yeah,
bring up 3rd and 10.
Brody Watto pursuing that quarterback, got a hand on it, threw that pass off of its trajectory. Nice job to the young man there, playing defensive end.
1:41 to go here in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant. Second again, Warren trails New Waverly 29-14. And that ball on the New Waverly 38-yard line. Kamek will send them out of the huddle with one receiver to either side. In the gun, man in motion from left to right. He will swoop it over to that man in motion here on that right side. Pushed out of bounds. Good defense after a short gain on the right side. And coming up from the bottom of the pile for New Waverly was Brody Watto.
Yeah. Just lots of ball handling with this Warren team. All black uniforms, but a nice job. It's going to be a 4th down.
4th down and 5 here for the Warren Warriors. And this would be a huge stop for this New Waverly Bulldog defense as they are trying to keep the momentum in. Heading into the locker room leading 29-14. Warren wants to find some themselves. So here we go. That ball inside the 35 on the right hash. Kamek in the gun. 2 receivers up top to the left. He'll call for it. The ball loses here. It's on the ground and it is still bouncing around, and I believe Warren at the last moment may have fallen back on it, but regardless, turnover on downs. Great job by the Bulldog defense.
Yeah, so here you got a minute 24 to work with. A lot of people would say 29-14, let's just kind of go.
Not Schaub.
I think Coach Schaub is going to try and, and Coach Rodeo are going to call some running plays and see if they can work this thing down the field.
Little Drotty like to potty here on this field tonight.
That's
we'll see
right.
how they get this thing rolling. So 1st down and 10 for New Waverly, 1:24 to go in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant. Second, 29-14. Bulldogs back with the ball here after the turnover on downs. This is their 6th possession of the night, starting on the Warren 42. Pass over right side, man wide open, caught. Bobbled incomplete. Boy, that would have been a touchdown strike. Instead, it falls incomplete, and a good effort down there, but not able to hold on to it, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, good effort by Kenton Reese. Just couldn't pull that one in.
Boy, what an arm right there by Cade Garrett. Give him credit, too. I mean, he just slung that ball. My math is so hard to add up, but boy, 40 yards made it look easy. Like he was tossing a ball 5 yards out there, but it went 40.
Yeah, Cade Garrett has tremendous arm strength. Fantastic baseball player this year for New Waverly.
2nd and 10. 2 receivers up top. Here's another pass. Going to go again to that same area. This time, the result, it's broken up and incomplete. No, it's bobbled and caught. Oh, my goodness, what a play. As that ball was bobbled up into the air, looked like it was incomplete, but it fell into the hands of Zane Sykes, and he took it in for a Bulldog score. Oh, mama, what a play.
Yeah, see, this is exactly what you need to build the culture or build back the culture, the confidence for these young men is keep your foot on the gas. When you get the lead, it's not time to relax or protect the lead or play conservative. Go wide open.
Yeah, and keep your eye on the ball. How about that for Sykes? Because that one was bobbled up. It was similar to the pass. That play was broken up. Sykes was able to stay with it. Fell into his hand, about a 60-yard reception. And here is Edney. This time the extra point try is no good. But New Waverly with a commanding 35-14 lead with 1:04 to go here in the second. And this first half continues on, Ed, after the first quarter was so fast. The second quarter has taken a while, but we'll take it.
Yeah, the second quarter, it seemed like it just started off and we were at 8 minutes. But this has been a big story of New Waverly in this quarter. But also, there was the defensive mishap on the reverse for 63 yards. But New Waverly's recovered. They're coming back at it with a vengeance, and they want to keep playing hard tonight.
New Waverly, after a turnover on downs by Warren, the New Waverly Bulldogs, their 6th possession of the night, started on the Warren 42. They take it 58 yards down the field. Well, close to that, almost 60 yards, because it was a touchdown pass that was broken up for a moment. And then Sykes stayed with it on that right side, hauled it down, ran it in for the touchdown. And the New Waverly Bulldogs leading 35-14 with 1:04 to go here in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant. Second, that is your DoubleDave's Pizzaworks scoring drive recap. And DoubleDave's getting their money's worth for in this one tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. You know, you're back right in that situation where your defense is going to come back on the field. Callaway Edney the last time had a really nice kick downfield, but then a nice return. I think you got to fight down the field, try and get this one in a position where your defense can just get a stop here.
Big thanks to Charlie's Used Cars. Customer satisfaction is our #1 priority, and our second quarter brought to you by Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, best local Mexican food restaurant in Huntsville. They also support a lot of New Waverly's efforts, including FFA every year, so we appreciate Delfina. Here's the kick by Edney. This one on the way to the left side, fielded around the 29-yard line by Warren, and finally just pushed out of bounds after a short return on that play. The young man there returning it was Jesse Smith, the junior running back, and on defense, the outside linebacker. And we'll see what Warren elects to do. They may just say, hey, let's just try to take this thing into the locker room and regroup.
Yeah, they got a minute left. But, you know, if I'm Warren, you know, I would not stop either. I mean, I think they'll go back to their traditional stuff. They've got about a half a dozen trick plays that they're good at. You know, they're good at the sort of the inside ball handling, keeping that concealed because they have their offensive line so tight.
Warren starting here on their own 39-yard line, trailing 35-14. 1 minute straight up to go here in the second. And for all of you joining us tonight, let us know that you're out there, too, if you're on the social media feeds. We're excited tonight, not just on YouTube, but a little extra action for you as we're bringing you this game on Facebook through multiple channels as well. So feel free to leave comments. Let us know you're out there. Here we go. Warren moving from left to right from their own 39. Late handoff goes over to the right side. Not able to turn that corner. Only a short gain of about 2 or so. And a good hard-fought run there. We'll pick up just a few, and we'll see where they spot this officially. I believe the ball carrier on that play was Hunter Hollyfield. He's been getting a lot of those carries here this evening. It is a gain of only 1. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, just trying to get the ball to the outside to turn it up between the sideline. But the New Waverly pursuit was in position to make a play.
WP Flowers joining us from Seal Beach, California. Thanks for joining in tonight.
Oh, that's fantastic.
2nd and 9 here for Warren. Moving from left to right, 52 seconds to go here in the second. Kamek, shotgun pass over left side, caught, bounce off a defender. First down and more, 45. And about a 15 or 16-yard catch and run on the play by the Warren Warriors. Like the sportsmanship that I'm seeing out there, too, just a few moments ago as Slade Mayshaw helping up one of our New Waverly young men.
Yeah, Warren going a little bit of tempo right now.
Got it now inside New Waverly territory at the 44. Here's Kamek, pass over left side, just threw this one away. It was a little miscommunication down there around the 30, and it's incomplete. May have got an eye poke down there. Yeah, I think that's what happened. The young man here for a Warren may have just got a little stinger down there is Micah Davis. We'll step aside. We'll take a quick injury timeout. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us as we continue on the all-new Bulldog Broadcast Networks. New Waverly Bulldog football leading Warren 35-14 with 39 seconds to go here in the second.
Greg Smith. Thank you for once again voting Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home Best Funeral Home in the Huntsville Items Reader's Choice Awards. Our staff truly are the best and care so much for the families that we serve. Over 20 years ago, I was asked to bring a new funeral home to Huntsville with 2 primary goals: provide a facility that Huntsville and Walker County deserve and could be proud of, and provide outstanding service even on the darkest days. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, your hometown experts in celebrating life.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Bulldog football, because just like the Bulldogs, the spirit at Oak Ridge stands strong. Find out more
Howdy,
at
New Waverly fans. fans, are you ready for some Bulldog football? Robert Lindeman here with HITTSS Solutions Realty. Dreaming of a place that feels unmistakably yours? At HITTSS Solutions Realty, we bring you home. Our mission, to guide you every step of the way, ensuring you find that perfect piece of property that whispers, welcome home, every time you step in. Whether you're diving into the market to buy or ready to pass on your cherished space, our expert team stands by your side, turning the process into a seamless journey. So, ready to make a move? Contact HITTSS Solutions Realty. Let's get the ball rolling and bring you closer to your dream home. At HITTSS Solutions, we recognize that every star should have its time to shine. In that spirit, HITTSS Solutions Realty is thrilled to back New Waverly football, wishing them a season as bright as the stars. For more information, visit HITTSS.com.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
Second quarter action is brought to you by Rodeo Mexican Restaurant. Let's return to Rob Hipp.
Well, after a brief moment, Micah Davis able to walk back under his own power. That's a good sign for that young man, and always want these young student athletes to be healthy and safe. We pray for it every time before this broadcast goes on, and we're so thankful there that Micah was able to walk off, and looks like he'll be okay, maybe just a little short-winded. We will get back into action here. 39 seconds to go in the Rodeo Mexican Restaurant second quarter. 35-14, Warren trailing here on their home turf tonight, but they do have the ball, and they're trying to find some juice to go into the locker room. Kamek in the gun around the 49 on his own side. Will hand off to his back. 45 on the right side. 40 trying to stiff arm his way forward. Will not get there. Runs into the bench and luckily able to stop himself before he smacked into it was Hunter Hollyfield. After a short gain, will bring up third down and long for the Warriors.
Yeah, actually, Hunter Henry had that one. That was Hunter Henry. Ran him out of bounds.
Oh, and I was talking about the young man who was running.
Oh, okay.
Hunter Hollyfield was the running back.
Okay, I'm sorry. So it was Hunter.
Right.
It was
Hunter
and Hunter.
Hunter was hunting.
It was Hunter. Yeah, it was Hunter squared.
It'll bring up third down. It looks like about 7. They got it 6, but it looks like 7 or so. I'll call it 6 here, actually. So 3rd and 6. And the ball resting just outside the New Waverly 42 as shotgun snap Kamek. Delayed handoff will go over to Hunter Hollyfield on that left side as he'll lunge for the extra bounce. Got him close. He needed 6, got 5, and it's 4th and 1 with 20 seconds to go here in the second. No more timeouts for Warren, so they're going to try to hurry up and get this first down here. Down to 14, 13. We'll wait and see. They're taking some time down to 10. I don't think Kamek realizes it. Down to 7, 6, 5. Here's the handoff. Hollyfield left side trying to get out of bounds. He will not. Well, did he get there, Ed? With 1.7, I think they may have stopped the clock.
Yeah.
Oh, mad.
The clock should start. He was contacted inbounds.
Yeah, he didn't run out on his own. He was inbounds and drug out.
Yeah, he was contacted inbounds, so that should be the half.
Yeah,
Rewind the clock now. There's the half.
And that will wrap up the first half of play, and what a half it was as the Bulldogs were a running machine in that first half. 35-14 is where we stand as New Waverly looking for their district opening win after a bye week here on the road and looking for their first win. Not just the district opening, but the first win as well this season. But, folks, that's just the first half. We've still got an entire half of football coming your way here on SHN. Ed and I will break down some of it throughout the halftime. We always like to showcase the bands as well on both sides if we can, so we'll have that for you. But stay tuned in, enjoy the halftime entertainment, and we'll step aside and take a break as we will head over to our Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime here in just a few moments. Again, 35-14 your score. New Waverly with the lead tonight here in Warren, Texas. Enjoy the halftime, folks.
The first 2 chapters have been written. Where do the Bulldogs stand at the half? It's time for the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show. Here's Rob Hipp.
Well, friends, we'll have New Waverly out there first. These are the, they call it Silver Dancers. Is that what it is? Ed, hold on, let me unmute you. Sorry about that.
Silver Stars.
Silver Stars, that's right. So we'll head down to the field now, enjoy the sights and sounds at halftime. Ed and I will have some of your halftime discussion when we come back. But here's halftime. Again, 35-14 is your score. New Waverly with the lead tonight.
The Silver Stars are led by Senior Colonel Justice Shelton. Freshman Co-Colonel Kylie Greind. Other line members include Gabriela Olivares, Emma Sims, Lexi Williams, Alexis Humphreys. The Silver Star of the Week is Alexis Humphreys. The Stars will be performing a streamer routine to fill this moment.
Hey, friends, actually, because of the music that they're playing, it may kill our broadcast with copyright issues. So we'll still keep the sound down there on the field, but we're going to just play some background music for you so you can at least still enjoy some of the sights here of the dancing that's going on. But again, we're not going to be able to play the actual audio because it'll probably kill our broadcast. So enjoy the sights as we'll play the sounds. All right, friends, we'll go ahead and head back over now to the field as we should be able to capture the sounds and the sights of the New Waverly Marching Band.
Please welcome to the field the New Waverly Bulldog Band. The band is under the field direction of Drum Major Senior Marco Anahosa. The leadership team includes Woodwind Captain Senior Ansley McGalliard, Brass Captain Senior Audrey Skillern, Drumline Captain Junior Madison Wood, and Uniform Manager Sophomore Efren Ramirez. Recognized for esprit de corps for this week are sophomore Zora Scott and junior Gabriel Cady. The band will be performing the first 2 movements of their Harry Potter themed halftime show.
I need a drink.
friends. That was the sounds of the New Waverly Bulldog marching band as we continue on our Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show. Up here in the Hit Solutions broadcast booth, Rob Hipp alongside Ed Watto. 17:36 to go here to halftime. We'll step aside. We'll take a brief break. When we come back, we will see if Warren's band, they were getting set up to play, so we want to make sure that we feature them as well. And then after that, Ed and I will give you a quick first half recap. Again, we are continuing our Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show. New Waverly Bulldogs on the road tonight after a bye week to open up their conference schedule as they are leading Warren 35-14. Again, just over 17 minutes to go here at halftime. We'll be back in a moment on the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show.
Where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
New Waverly Bulldogs football on SHN Sports is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the hometown experts in celebrating life. This broadcast is also sponsored in part by 3 Spoons Yogurt, Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, HITTSS Solutions, McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling, Charlie's Used Cars, Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Vicki McKenzie, the McKenzie Group, First Baptist Church New Waverly, Rally Point Advisors, the Greind, Texas Signature Roofing, and by DoubleDave's Pizzaworks. The Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show continues. Now let's return to Rob Hipp.
Warren Warriors band getting set on the field here tonight on their home field. We are broadcasting live here in East Texas, in Warren, Texas. Beautiful night here as not a cloud in the sky. We had a little bit of, what do you say back in the day, Ed? What was it? Bob Ross, happy little accident. You know, they called it there when he would paint. We had a few of those little accidents, little beautiful clouds earlier when it was still daylight, but man, it's turned out to be a really beautiful night, and it's not even that humid like it normally is here in East Texas tonight.
Yeah, you know what? We are deep in the heart of East Texas, and it's great to be here in the middle of the piney woods for a wonderful football game between 2 teams that are fighting it out.
We'll go back down to the field. Ed and I will recap some of the first half a little bit later after the Warren Warriors band plays, but we want to make sure that we showcase them as well as we continue the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show where New Waverly leads Warren tonight 35-14. We'll be back at the end of this performance.
Senior drum majors Hannah Bright and Julia Drake. Tonight, the Warrior Band will be performing in its entirety the UIL drill, True Colors. True Colors depicts the significance of visual art in our lives, featuring the music of Luke McMillan, Cyndi Lauper's Modest Wazorski, and Sebastian Bach. We hope you will enjoy Blank Canvas, True Colors, and at the gallery. White, a blank page or canvas with so many possibilities. whole world is an art gallery when you're mindful. There are beautiful things everywhere, and they are free. Art is the greatest form of hope. Your soloists for True Colors were junior mellophone player Greg Adair and senior trumpet player Andrew Craig. Band directors for the Warrior Band are Ree Ramos and Macy Arnett. Color guard director is Lacey Gibson.
All right, friends, both performances of Warren's band as well as New Waverly's band complete tonight. We'll step aside, we'll take a break, and when we come back, Ed and I got you covered here in the first half as we go back and look as New Waverly on the road tonight, leading Warren 35-14. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us as we continue live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Bulldog football, because just like the Bulldogs, the spirit at Oak Ridge stands strong. Find out more at Oak Ridge Disciple.
The Nelson Amaya's Collision Center halftime show continues. Now let's return to Rob Hipp.
Back at it here as we'll head up into the Hit Solutions broadcast booth alongside Ed Watto. Here we are, halftime rocking and rolling. Has about 4 minutes to go until we get back underway, but look up on the board earlier, 35-14. Got to be happy with how New Waverly played. I know some penalties in that first half. There was a couple of mistakes here and there, but you know what? It's all about how you respond in life. It's all about how you respond on this football field, and New Waverly has found a way tonight to respond every time they face adversity. Ed.
Yeah, absolutely. I think offensively, I was really impressed with blocking at the line of scrimmage, establishing the run, the handoff and fakes by the quarterback and whoever was in at the running back. So nice to see lots of substitution there, just because, you know, it added a dimension to the game. And then the downfield blocking was critical. We saw sort of intermediate, pulling of the guards, the Ty Smithers, downfield blocking by Brody Watto on some key plays, touchdown plays. Really, really a nice way to run the offense. And consistently, not stall in the red zone. Some of the other things that we had seen in some of the other games, stalling in the red zone, those mistakes have been corrected. where there's no mental letdown from anybody, all 11 men working down the field.
May have been one of those starts tonight, too, to where you're like, uh-oh, because Warren gets the ball first on the opening kickoff. They start on their 11-yard, or they start on their own 20. They take it down 80 yards. And their man Davis, touchdown pass, and they led 7-0 early. And like I said, if you're a Bulldog fan, you're thinking, uh-oh, here we go. But again, the response comes. New Waverly, they get the ball, they punt it away. You think, okay, they weren't able to move the chains there. They weren't able to find much rhythm. And then Warren, though, I think really that really what kind of jump-started for New Waverly. Warren was pinned up deep back in their own end zone. We saw the punt there. They botched that snap. It bounces around. The punter was trying to kick it out to get the safety, which he did, but it bounced off the goalpost. Some weird thing that I've never seen before, but it was a safety. New Waverly responds from that. They start out in excellent field position after an unbelievable return. I think it was – who returned that ball for New Waverly? It was
that was Dorian
Thomas. Yeah, Thomas brings it all the way up there to the Warren 21, and then New Waverly is able to respond, and they take the lead after a touchdown there. It was a one play. It was Hunter Henry rushed it in. 8-7 is where the score was, and really New Waverly hasn't looked back. Anytime that Warren has threatened, they've been able to respond, and it's been that rushing attack tonight. New Waverly getting Hunter Henry involved a couple of times. We saw Dylan Thomas get in the end zone on a run. We saw a couple of passes. Sykes had 2 of them in for scores. One of them, the ball was bobbled around. It was broken up. Yeah, and he was able to haul that in, stayed after it, took it in for another score for New Waverly.
Right, so just like downfield blocking, you play until the whistle. If you're a receiver downfield, you continue to play until the whistle. It's that's what Jack Langle, We Are Marshall, he always said, it's game day, play to the whistle. And New Waverly is doing that and executing.
It's a key conference matchup here tonight, or a district matchup if you want to look at it that way. Warren entering in at 0-1. New Waverly, their first district game of the season, looking for their first victory of the season as well. A current record coming in tonight at 0-4. Warren looking strong. They come in with a 3-2 record, but they're still seeking their first district win as they again went 0-1 to start district play. Of course, New Waverly had the bye week. You talk about a home field advantage this season. The Warriors have demonstrated their stronghold. They boast a perfect 2-0 record, although that's being threatened here tonight on their home turf. On the offensive side, New Waverly, they've been struggling to find the end zone except tonight. So this has been a turnaround night. Coming into this game, only averaging just under 7 points per game, with most of those points coming in the first 2 quarters. And so we hope that doesn't hold serve throughout this one. As we'll wind down the Nelson Amaya's halftime show here on SHN. Again, 35-14 your score. That'll wrap it up. We'll have action when we come back. Stay with us. This is New Waverly Bulldog Football live tonight on SHN.
Attention New Waverly ISD parents of students grades 7 through 12. Looking for a memorable way to cap off the excitement of a home game? Well, look no further than the 5th quarter event hosted by First Baptist Church New Waverly. Conveniently situated at 460 Fisher Street, the doors swing open just 15 minutes after the final whistle, and the festivities last until 12:30 a.m. Whether you're in the mood for some delicious food, thrilling games, or just hanging out with friends, you'll find it all in a safe and welcoming environment. Get more information and stay in the loop by visiting FBCNW.com. Don't miss out. Come celebrate, unwind, and make lasting memories at the 5th quarter event. First Baptist Church, New Waverly. This community-focused message has been brought to you by Stephen Gregory of Rollo Insurance.
For more than 2 decades, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home has been committed to providing the highest quality service to your family in their time of need. I'm Greg Smith, owner of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We recognize when you make funeral arrangements with us, you're choosing both the use of our premier facilities and the care for your loved ones that only our professional, dedicated staff can provide. We are here to fulfill the desire of each family that comes through our doors. It's my family's honor to serve yours. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, your hometown experts at celebrating life.
New Waverly Bulldogs football on SHN Sports is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the hometown experts in celebrating life. This broadcast is also sponsored in part by 3 Spoons Yogurt, Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, HITTSS Solutions, McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling, Charlie's Used Cars, Rodeo Mexican Restaurant, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Vicki McKenzie, the McKenzie Group, First Baptist Church New Waverly, Rally Point Advisors, sponsors, the Greind, Texas Signature Roofing, and by DoubleDave's Pizzaworks. The third quarter is brought to you by the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Here's Rob Hipp.
Moments away from getting the third quarter underway here in Warren, Texas. Welcome back inside the Hit Solutions broadcast booth. Rob Hipp alongside Ed Watto. Thanks for spending your Friday with us. 12-3A action here at East Texas underway. Again, as New Waverly leading 35-14. And they will receive the ball, Ed, to start this third quarter. So an opportunity again. I know it's cliche, but keep their foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah, absolutely. A big halftime. You cannot let down. You should not come out here being satisfied or happy about anything.
There's a short kick on the way. A little squib, and diving on it is Crawford Raisner. And good field position to start here for New Waverly as they'll have it pretty close upfield here, still in their own territory. But I think that thing took a bounce between the 40 and 35, or 40 and 45, so we'll see where the official mark. I think the officials are going to put this thing officially at the 45.
Yeah, they nice spot for New Waverly. Good field position to start off this second half. They've got to be aggressive, not necessarily aggressive with the pass, but just trying to move this ball down the field, whether they run it or whatever else is going on, but you want to keep scoring points.
Here we go. New Waverly will start just underway in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter, moving from right to left. They will start this on their own 45 on the right hash. Cade Garrett all alone, shotgun snap, pressure coming, throw over center, and it's incomplete at the 40, back the other way. May have been trying to look in the direction of Zane Sykes among other receivers, but good pressure was brought there by Warren, and it's incomplete with 8 seconds gone here in the third.
Yeah, it didn't. Cade just didn't have quite enough time to get his, plant his feet and get that thing out of there. But he is somebody that can throw on the run.
It'll bring up second down and 10 after the incompletion. Again, from right to left, New Waverly in the white. Here's Garrett. This time the handoff finds Hunter Henry into the territory of Warren across the 40, 35, 30, angling his way to the right side and out of bounds. After a 20-yard run, that'll be another McGilberry heating and cooling, a McGilberry mechanical heating and cooling first down, and more importantly into Warren territory here with not even 20 seconds gone so far here in this third.
Yeah, this is a really important series to get a score.
This time from just outside the 30, pass over the left side into the hands of Zeke Barahel as he'll get into the action tonight, and a short gain here of maybe 5 or so, and I think that was Barahel out there, the first reception of the night.
Yeah, that was Zeke Barahel. Nice. He, got an additional 2 yards after the catch. It was really thrown right about the line of scrimmage, but he made a little move there to get some extra yardage.
Bring up second down and 7 after a 3-yard reception. 11-10 to go here in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third, as New Waverly has it on the Warren 27 or so. Garrett, handoff Henry, trying to zigzag his way back in between the hash marks, lunges forward across the 20, and he's inside that Vicki McKenzie real estate red zone, and that will move the chains on another McGilberry heating and cooling first down.
Yeah, the really nice thing on this play is the offensive line just continues to block. They continue to stay on their block and move their feet, staying low. Hunter Henry also keeps his feet moving.
Again, we're inside the Vicki McKenzie real estate red zone. Step into the red zone with Vicki McKenzie. Your perfect home is just a play away. This time a handoff over the left side. Spinning forward is Noah Vick, and a little Vick action there in between the numbers and the hash marks on the left side, as that run will chew up about 4 or 5 yards, bring up second down and a manageable long here for New Waverly inside the red zone.
Yeah, nice substitution going on here with having Noah Vick in the game.
Back at it, Garrett in the gun, 2 receivers down to the left, ball on the left hash mark, the delayed handoff into the hands of Noah Vick. Vick this time lunges his way forward across the 10 and to the 5. And for one final time, at least on this drive as it stands for now, another McGilberry mechanical heating and cooling first down. It's first and goal from the 6. Garrett, handoff, Vick. Vick looking for the trick as he'll lunge forward a few yards, and he's down to around the 2, so a 3 or 4 yard carry there. Just keep what works.
Yeah, just, these inside handoffs are working. They've got the tight end in there, kind of bubbling across to add a blocker. And so we've got good personnel changes going on.
Yeah, they're changing quite a bit here, and here's the next handoff. It is Vic. Vic trying to staggle his way in, and he's got the 2-yard touchdown run. How about that for New Waverly right out of the gate? We said it. Keep that foot going, and here we go as they add more insurance on the board tonight.
Yeah, really important run there and score. Nice job by Vic. Looking for wide for the pylon. Cade Garrett gives him the ball, rides it a little bit, but then gives him the ball. And Vic, instead of going for the pylon, cut up field for the score.
Callaway Edney looking for the extra point kick try with 9:06 to go here, just underway in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick, right toe to leather, end over end, and this one is good. And it's 42-14, all New Waverly tonight. As we'll step aside, take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. It's New Waverly Bulldog football live on the SHN Sports Broadcast Network.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Bulldog football, because just like the Bulldogs, the spirit at Oak Ridge stands strong. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Bulldog football is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Now, let's go back to the gridiron. Here's Rob Hipp with the call.
It's one of those rare nights broadcasting high school sports. Well, I say rare, I feel like an octopus, man. We're kind of all over the place tonight. Having fun, though. And when I say I don't mean all over the place calling the game. I mean all over we got papers, equipment, man. It's one of those fun nights here.
Yeah.
Calling games.
It's really great. Deep in the heart of East Texas.
That's right. New Waverly set to kick this one away. We will have that DoubleDave's Pizzaworks scoring drive recap after this kick as Callaway will look to the left, to the right, right toe to leather. This one, Lind over end kick will drop just inside the 25. Bounces off the return man. He picks it up himself across the 50. Oh, my goodness. Has room to run, and he is going to score. Unbelievable as it bounced off of him, but he stayed in stride, bounced right back into his own hands, and took it to the house for a score. How about that for the Warren Warriors? That may be a little juice in their tank that they need.
Yeah, absolutely. This gives them a renewed life. There's nothing like a kickoff return for a touchdown to really influence your mental outlook. You've got to come right back. New Waverly will get the ball, but there's 3 phases of football: offense, defense, and special teams, and you cannot let down on any one of them.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Flags will fly here. I literally don't know if I've ever seen it before on a kickoff to where you botch the fielding of it, but it goes in front of you, and then you just stay in full stride. Did not slow down a beat, stayed in full stride and took that one to the house. Man, 75 yards.
Yeah, it almost looked like the New Waverly players just did not see that because there was nobody reacting on the ball.
Extra point kick try here, 42-20 as it stands right now. That one blocked. How about that for New Waverly as it bounces right off of the face mask in the hands of New Waverly's Hunter Houston Forrester. And the extra point try is no good. They're still going to wrangle this ball all the way down near the 45-yard line. Flags fly at the end of this one, Ed.
Yeah, I'm not sure what these flags are. Could be a little bit of anything.
I'm going to go back real quick on that 7th possession for New Waverly. It was a drive that started on their own 45-yard line, capped off by a 2-yard touchdown run to Noah Vick. At that point, at the 9:06 mark, it was 42-14. That is your DoubleDave's Pizzaworks scoring drive recap. However, on the ensuing kickoff, Warren takes it 75 yards to the house, and we are still in the extra point mode here. Some flags flew around, and New Waverly got a block, Houston Forrester, but they're going to, I believe, let them re-kick this.
Yeah, I'm, it's like one of those situations where the flag didn't come out at the appropriate time. Oh, they're saying New Waverly was offsides.
Penalty against the Bulldogs.
So it is a penalty against the Bulldogs. I guess that's how they got that early jump in there to block that, did Forrester. 42-20 is where it sits, so they'll have another try here. Boy, this game went so fast in the first quarter, and I'm telling you, just over this last, second and then halftime, Let me get some of that dust that you have that you spray on time to make it go faster.
Yeah.
I thought y'all invented that in the Army, right?
Well, I tell you what, last night at Sam Houston State, that time had slowed down whenever they were calling those TV timeouts.
It's really never sped up since that game, to be honest, because it went into overtime. Here's the extra point kick try, the snap, the hold. And this one is maybe blocked here, and he's going to try to keep it and won't get in. So 42-20 is where we sit. We'll step aside, take a break. New Waverly will get it when we come back. They're holding on to the lead with 8:48 to go in the Oak Ridge Disciple House, third quarter.
Your score, Warriors 20, Bulldogs 42.
Are you a first responder, medical professional, teacher, or military member looking to buy or sell a home in Walker or Montgomery County? Vicki McKenzie Realtor is here to make your dream home a reality.
Hi, I'm Vicki McKenzie, and I know that heroes like you deserve special treatment. That's why I've partnered with Homes for Heroes.
Homes for Heroes offers financial benefits for heroes who are buying or selling their homes, and when you work with Vicki, she presents the hero with a check equivalent to nearly 1% of the home selling price.
That's right. I want to give back to those who serve our community and our nation every day.
Imagine walking into your dream home knowing that you've been rewarded for your hard work and dedication for serving your community.
Visit my website at themckenziegroup.tx.com to start your home search or to learn more about how I can assist you.
Don't wait. Make your next move with Vicki McKenzie and contribute to a cause that supports our local heroes.
Visit themckenziegroup.tx.com today because heroes like you deserve a home to call their own.
The third quarter is brought to you by the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Here's Rob Hipp.
Little squib kick to get started here by the Warren Warriors, and it is fielded on the play. Another good field position starting here for New Waverly, coming down with it at Crawford Reisner. So he's had a couple of them knocked right to him, and New Waverly will start this possession. It is their 8th of the evening and their 2nd of this second half. They'll start it on their own 44-yard line, moving from right to left.
Yeah, the other spot was, on the previous onside kick was a little generous. This one was a little hurtful to New Waverly.
Dylan Thomas in there as a running back, 2 receivers down to the left, 1 up top to the right. The ball on the left hash mark, the handoff to Thomas. Thomas on the right side across the 45 and guts his way forward near the 50. A hard-fought 4 yards on first down will bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, the New Waverly continuing on with a real nice job of switching up personnel, giving everybody kind of a fresh set of downs.
Type formation here with 2 receivers up top to the right. Here is another handoff to Thomas again, this time going on the left side, and he is battered down on the play. Not much there. Sam Spurlock putting a little lock on him, and they'll give him forward progress back to that original line. 3rd and 7 coming up. Do want to remind you our fan text line is open. A lot of messages coming in to the New Waverly Bulldog fan text line. You can text us, let us know your name, who you're cheering on, and where you're listening or watching from tonight. That number at 512-522-9105. Justin Crean joining us as well on that text line. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's a pass in the flats over to the right side. We'll find the receiver still on his feet. Has the first down is Zane Sykes, as he initially looked like he may have been stopped, but he was able to wiggle through a defender on the right side, picks up 12 or so into Warren territory, right at the 40-yard line, and that is another McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling first down for New Waverly.
Yeah, you just got to keep this drive moving down the field steadily.
Cade Garrett in the gun, stands at the 45, ball on the 40. Here's the handoff. This time it goes over to his back, Trey Davis, and Davis on that right side finding the right hash marks for a short gain. 2nd and long coming up here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, nice run in there on the inside by Davis. Short gain, but he's demonstrated himself as a tough running back. So look for him to get the ball again.
Michael Lambright for Warren runs back over to the sideline. 2nd and 9 here for New Waverly. Handoff goes right into the hands, back over to Trey Davis. This time he's met by a brick wall of Warriors. No gain on the play, 3rd and long. Maybe give him 1, so it's 3rd and 8.
Yeah, maybe a half a yard there. We'll see how this goes. Kind of a passing situation here, but whatever you do, you absolutely want to do everything you can to keep this drive alive.
Zeke Barahel, who had one reception earlier, will line up as part of two receivers down to the left, one to the right. Shotgun snap low here is Cade Garrett being chased. Able to work through it. This one is incomplete, though, at the 36-yard line as he was looking in the direction as he was chased to Houston Forrester. 4th and long coming up, and I think here maybe New Waverly kind of in that no man's land. We'll see if they go for it here, Ed.
Yeah, I think, this might be a situation where you try and go for it. I mean, you've been taking big chunks of yardage.
Trey Davis, the running back, right behind Cade Garrett. Trips in a triangle to the right, one to the left. It's 4th and 8. They'll go for it. Punt fake once does Garrett. Now the pressure comes. Garrett heaves it over to the right side. This one is up, batted around, and it is incomplete near the goal line. Great defense there as 2 or 3 Warriors were all over the Bulldogs. And no opportunity to bring that one down, and it's a rare turnover on downs tonight for New Waverly.
Yeah, it almost looked like, Garrett got out there, got outside of the pocket and did a pump fake. It looked like he might have had enough room to run that, but he was looking downfield for a receiver. 5:49 in the third. Defense has to make a stop here.
Warren will have this ball. They will start on their own 38-yard line, trailing New Waverly 42-20. Again, as Ed said, 5:49 to go here in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter. Kamwick, a little reverse action again. Over the left side, flags will fly. Runs across the 40 on the left hash mark, maybe up to around the 42-yard line, 43 or so. But this one may be coming back. We'll see. That flag was kind of thrown back in the secondary, though.
Yeah, the flag came up. I don't know if it was some sort of hold going on there, but the back judge coming up to talk to the official.
Could have a quick discussion, and the officials receive the flag back there from New Waverly. So it is against Warren. I didn't see the signal there from the referee when he was signaling.
Referee, I need to get my binoculars out for this guy. He's not real crisp in his signals. It almost looked like it was an eligible man downfield, but it was not a pass play.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Because he grabbed the top of his head.
That's why I looked over to you, and you looked at me, and we were both kind of like, I don't know if we should say that.
Well,
we both knew what we were going to say.
I know. But so that's the confusing thing. And so the officials, doing a nice job, but it's just not crisp. It looks like a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, he made it an eligible receiver downfield call. That's why I looked at you. Anyways, 1st and 15. So here we go back in action. Handoff over to the running back here on the right side. 35, met by 2 or 3 Bulldogs. Scampers through him, though, and lunges forward. It is Hollyfield, who's had a pretty good night tonight here for Warren, as he was initially stopped back there near the original line of scrimmage, but he bounced his way forward, picked up some positive yards, and made it a 2nd down and manageable 7 as he moves it across the 40 to around the 42-yard line. So good footwork there by that young man.
Yeah, Zane Sykes and Brody Watto were attacking on this side. But you know what? You got to wrap them up.
So to bring up 2nd down and 7, under 5 to go here in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third. Warren trailing New Waverly 42-20. Kamwick on the reverse again. And he'll find his man running across through the middle, across the 45, and across the mid-century mark into Bulldog territory. It's a 1st down here for the Warren Warriors.
Yeah, so it just looked like there was a linebacker on the blitz there, and Warren just trying to get up in through the middle of that, giving them a 1st down. So really an important part at midfield here to get a stop.
Quick discussion in the huddle. That ball is resting on the 47-yard line of New Waverly. Kamwick under center here. They'll hand off directly to his running back, and this time New Waverly reading it like a elementary picture book. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, forward progress was stopped there. Just, nice job by the interior of that New Waverly defensive line. Jackie Harper, and it was really just that what they try with the rugby scrum.
3:43 to go here in the Oak Ridge Disciple House third quarter. It's 42-20. Warren Warriors trailing New Waverly tonight here, as they will quickly, they break out of these huddles so quick. They get in there, they talk, they have their play, and then they break out very fast. Kamek this time in the gun has running back offset to his left hip, 2 receivers up top to the left. Here's the shotgun snap. Flag flies immediately on this play, maybe a free play here. And Hollyfield across the 40 on the right side, 35, and finally out of bounds near that right side on the 30. And if he got down there, that's close to a first. And if it was offsides by New Waverly, you better bet that Warren's going to decline this.
Yeah. Not sure. There was backside pursuit coming on this one and finally taken down by Brody Watto. But looks like offsides on New Waverly. So they'll decline this most likely.
It is first down for Warren as they had enough to move the chains into New Waverly Bulldog territory a little bit deeper. And the officials are going to spot this one just outside the 30. We'll see where the official spot is here in between the hash marks. They're going to put this down around the 30, I'm going to say 33, Ed.
Yeah, I think it's right. It's resting on the 32 there. The paint is not very dark.
Yeah, 32, you're right. 3:06. Clock now winding back, 42-20 here in the Oak Ridge third. Kamek in the gun with 2 receivers down to the right side, nobody up top to the left. Move one of those men in motion is Jesse Smith over to the left. And now a timeout called, I believe, by New Waverly. We'll take it with them. Again, that score 42-20 with 2:52 remaining. Here in the Oak Ridge Disciple House, third quarter. More when we come back on the other side. This is New Waverly Bulldog football, live tonight on SHN Sports.
Struggling with addiction or know someone who is? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and it shines bright at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. As a 501c3 Christian ministry, they are dedicated to helping men aged 18 and older rebuild their lives free from the chains of drug and alcohol addiction. Be reminded, there's always hope, always a new beginning. Discover your fresh start with the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Proud supporters of Bulldog football, because just like the Bulldogs, the spirit at Oak Ridge stands strong. Find out more at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
New Waverly football action continues on the Bulldogs Broadcast Network. Now back to the HITTSS Solutions broadcast booth, along with analyst Ed Watto. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Rob Hipp.
Back at it, 42-40, 2:52 to go here in the third. Ed, another great sponsor tonight, helping to make this one possible.
Yeah, we're so thankful for the First Baptist Church of New Waverly. First Baptist Church New Waverly, where faith, family, and community come together.
Appreciate that. And also a big thanks to LearningRX. Unlock your brain's potential. Excel on your terms. LearningRX in Huntsville. It's first down and 10 for Warren. Trailing 42-40, 2:52 to go here in this Oak Ridge Disciple House third. Kamek will stand in the gun, man in motion, will flip and dip over to that man, and he is drugged down, no gain on the play, an excellent defense. Reading it was Jackson Hawthorne.
Yeah, Action Jackson.
Action Jackson, he's never the last one, Ed.
Yeah, that was fantastic. He's probably happy to make up for his earlier frustration that he had when we got called for that offsides penalty. I don't think it was him, but I know he was frustrated, showed some frustration at that point. But that's exactly what you need here, a big negative play.
Huge loss on the play. Yeah, you're right. Second down and 17 now for the Warriors as they will quickly break out of the huddle. Kamek leads his crew back. He'll go under center here, running back behind him. One receiver down to the right side. That ball resting just inside the 40s. They move from left to right. Kamek here will flip this one over the left side. Finds his running back trying to right stiff arm, and again not able to turn the corner on that left side. Go downhill. Another stop on the play. Maybe back to that line to start out with. It's third down and a long 16.
Yeah, real nice pursuit there by Noah Vick. Another, maybe a short gain, but it's still going to be a long third down. This is a critical down where you cannot have a letdown. Even on fourth, they'll probably go for it. But you cannot let them get a first down right now.
Kamek over on the sideline for a brief moment getting the plays. Now he'll head into his team's huddle. Got to hurry here, down to 10 on the play clock. 1:25 and ticking here in the third. They'll rush back to the line. It's third down and 15. They did give him 1 yard. From left to right, Kamek, high snap, looking pass over right side, incomplete as the pressure was brought down in his face. Great job on that play by New Waverly defense coming in. Dylan Thomas, the defensive back. the way they had this roster written out here for New Waverly, Ed, if you follow it by line, I mean, you look there, Dylan Thomas, he's a junior, he's a defensive back, a running back, but man, look at this, he's also the head coach and athletic director. Of course, that's not the case, it's Dean Schaub. 4th down here, and we'll see what Warren elects to do on a 4th and very long, 4th and 15.
I mean, I think if you're Warren, you're down 22 points, I think you're going to go for something here.
They did have a big personnel change, though. And so we'll see. Yeah, I would think at this point you're kind of in that no man's land here. Maybe this is where a little trickeration pops out. We haven't seen any of it tonight.
You know, Warren has they do have the kind of multiple handoff plays. I wouldn't be surprised they snap it to one of these up backs.
Well, set back to receive is Hunter Henry. 4th down and a long 15. Looking
at
the pass. It is a pass over center. This one is almost intercepted, but it's dropped at the 20 and incomplete by Noah Vick. Well, I say incomplete, but it was almost intercepted by Noah Vick.
Yeah, absolutely better for Noah Vick to knock that ball down because the field position now moves up as opposed to where he was. I mean, he was, you know, about 12 yards deeper, so he would have had to make up that 12 yards. You know, you and I called it. We've been watching enough football now to know that we thought we sniffed that trick play out.
So back-to-back turnover on downs for New Waverly and Warren. This is now the 9th possession for New Waverly. They will start on their own 39-yard line, moving from right to left. Garrett over to Henry. Henry to the right side across the 40, 45, and finally angle his way on that right side in between the numbers.
You know, critical block on the outside there by Ty Smithers to really get upfield. I mean, you know, playing the whole play, playing till the whistle, blocking till the whistle. That's something I've seen tonight that I just did not see in any of the other 4 games.
So about an 8-yard run there. Brings up 2nd down and 2 for the Bulldogs, leading 42-20, 56 seconds to go in the Oak Ridge 3rd. Cade Garrett, shotgun snap, elects to keep it here. Maybe some miscommunication. He is drugged backwards and down on the sack is Cade Garrett. Great job there by the Warren Warriors defense. I think the 5-0 came up on that one, Ed. I was trying to get that number and that name really briefly here. It was Clayton Fountain.
Yeah, it looked the good news is the clock is running here. I think you want to let the quarter go at this point. This is where you want to take as much time as you possibly can.
You get it down to about 2 or 3 seconds here.
I think they are going to have to snap it because of the differential.
Yeah, there's only about a 2 or 3 second differential from the play clock and the game clock. So here's Cade Garrett. They will snap it here. Steps back to the 30, chased down by 4 Warriors. Somehow able to elude. He turns on the speed. Almost went out, came back in, zigzagged his way on the right side, and picked up a lot of positive yards. Almost got a 1st down. Looked like he may have gained about 8 or so, but he ran probably 25 on that play.
You know, I think this is probably a situation where I would I know that that's not necessarily in the playbook, but we talked about this last night with Sam Houston. Line up under center, go for it. 1 yard or less is the hardest thing for a defensive lineman to stop.
3.8 seconds. He did get out of bounds, and so here we go. It's 4th down and 1 for New Waverly. The ball on the 47-yard line on their side, moving from right to left. Garrett will be in the gun here with 2 receivers. Handoff goes. They've got the 1st down and more, spinning around across the 50 on that left side, and that will wind down the 3rd quarter as Trey Davis gets him a McGilberry Mechanical Heating and Cooling 1st down. It's 42-20 after 3. On the Oak Ridge Disciple House 3rd quarter, we'll step aside, take a break as the final frame comes up. When we come back, this is SHN Sports.
Attention New Waverly ISD parents of students grades 7 through 12. Looking for a memorable way to cap off the excitement of a home game? Well, look no further than the 5th quarter event hosted by First Baptist Church New Waverly. Conveniently situated at 460 Fisher Street, the doors swing open just 15 minutes after the final whistle, and the festivities last until 12:30 a.m. Whether you're in the mood for some delicious food, thrilling games, or just hanging out with friends, you'll find it all in a safe and welcoming environment. Get more information and stay in the loop by visiting FBCNW.com. Don't miss out. Come celebrate, unwind, and make lasting memories at the 5th quarter event. First Baptist Church, New Waverly. This community-focused message has been brought to you by Stephen Gregory of Rollo Insurance.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by First Baptist Church, New Waverly. Alongside Ed Watto, here's Rob Hipp.
Final frame underway is New Waverly. We'll have it back here. Moving from left to right. First down a few moments ago as we go into the fourth quarter here. Quick third. Here's a handoff. No, it's a keeper here. Is that Garrett? Across the 35. 30 still on his feet on the right side. 25 finally goes out of bounds on the corner after a healthy, hearty run of 20 or more there for Cade Garrett on the keeper to the right side.
Yeah, you know, the only downside of that run, everything was beautiful except he got out of bounds there at the end. Oh, nope, I guess he was contacted inbounds, so they started the clock. So here's what, when you're in this situation, you know, your foot is still on the gas, but you're slowing everything down. He should not snap that because he can see the clock now.
But he did. Trey Davis will have it here, and Trey Davis is met by 3 Warriors, immediately hits a brick wall, and he's going to lose a yard or so unless he got back to that original line of scrimmage. Now the line judge is going to say he lost a yard, so it'll bring up 2nd and 11 here.
Yeah, so this is where you want to slow the game way down. You want to snap the ball with 2 seconds on the clock every time, and Cade's a smart enough kid to get to that, but he probably just needs, you know, a little bit of hey, we're going to slow everything down right now.
Kenton Reese, the lone receiver, down to the right. Here's Cade Garrett, passes back in the flats over the left side, finds his receiver Zeke Barahel, and Barahel gets it back across the original line of scrimmage, and a few extra to gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8 or 9 for New Waverly, moving from left to right as they are getting close to that Vicki McKenzie real estate red zone. If they're not in it already, I think they may already be in it.
Yeah, I think they're right on the inside of it or 1 yard out. Nope.
Your perfect home just a play away inside the Vicki McKenzie red zone, and they're going to whistle this one dead before it gets started. I believe there was a timeout. It is called by the Warren Warriors with 10:18 to go, 42-20 here in the First Baptist Church New Waverly fourth quarter. We'll thank some more of our great sponsors here, Ed. We appreciate our good friends over at Rally Point Advisors. Hey, that's a great friend over there. Mr. Ed Watto. Kind of heard of him a couple of times. Good guy. You know what? He can help simplify negotiation and create value. It's Ed Watto, Rally Point Advisors. Also, the Greind Fitness Solutions to jumpstart your health and fitness. Find us on Instagram or Facebook. Search for the Greind. It's spelled Greind. That's the Greind. Texas Signature Roofing for expert roofing services backed by years of experience and satisfaction guaranteed. Visit Texas Signature Roofing online at texassignatureroofing.com. And also a big thank you to Slott Construction for both residential and commercial construction, site preparation, and forestry services in Southeast Texas. Turn to Slott Construction, your reliable partner since 2005. Big thanks to all the sponsors tonight helping to make coverage possible. There we go, 3rd and 8. Cade Garrett in the flats to the left side. He will find his receiver spinning around, and I believe it was Zeke Sykes there as he will lunge his way forward, short of the first down by about 4 yards or so. He needed 8. I think he may have only got, well, he probably got about 5 or 6, so he's going to be about 2 or 3 short. 4th down coming up, and New Waverly's going to go for this.
Yeah, I think you go for this. You know, a field goal is not going to do you any good. I still think you try and milk this clock as much as you can with every down, but we'll see.
So here we go. Trey Davis is the running back. The delayed handoff is to Davis. Davis dives forward. Did he get there, Ed? He may. If he didn't, I mean, he was just short.
I think he's going to be about a half a yard short. And maybe this is one they'll come in and measure.
It's one of those weird. We're at a very weird angle here. Where we stand, all of the Warren Warriors players are saying that it's going to be it's going to be turnover on downs, and I think they are going to call for the chains here.
Yeah, if they're having to look that close, if the officials are, they need to measure.
Yeah, they're both looking right down the sideline. And we'll see if they do call for the chains.
The interesting thing is they're standing over this ball, and nobody's, you know, stepping over it. Drives me insane. They should have one official there that's holding that ball that was spotted in position.
I think are the chains finally going to come here? Here we go, Ed. Here we go. I don't know if Nate, can you zoom in on that chain? It may be kind of hard where you're at there.
I think it's going to be short a tiny bit short.
We'll see how far Nathan can zoom in. I don't know if he can get in very close, but we'll see. So here they come. Oh, it's going to be so close. Oh, did he get the tip of the football, Ed? Oh, no,
yeah,
no way.
It was short by
Well,
a
they were
yard.
just trying to put a little drama. Did you see that, Ed? It made it look real close, and they jerked that off, and it was about a yard, man, when they jerked that back off the side.
So here you are.
You know,
9-19. You've got to. Your defense is going to take over. You've got to play defense.
So turnover on downs for New Waverly. That's back-to-back-to-back turnover on downs now. If you go back over the last 3 possessions for all of these teams combined, and the 10th possession here now for Warren with 9:19 to go in this First Baptist Church New Waverly fourth quarter. It's 42-20. As Warren will take it back over here and see what they can do.
Yeah, Warren, you know, they have had some special teams letdowns. They've also had some special team success on that kickoff return. So, you know, let's see what they're going to do. They had the pass play and then the big run.
We'll start here from, I guess, their own 13 or so, moving from right to left. Kamek pass over to the left side for a short gain. Not much there, if anything at all, into the hands of Slade Mayshaw. They're going to give him, well, they're going to be healthy to him here. I thought at first maybe not that much, but it looks like they gave him 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, so, you know, you look for Warren at this point in the game. They do have some trick plays in their playbook, but I think they'll try and run the slants or out to the flat. I think they're going to throw the football if they can. So, you know, that probably puts you in a situation where you want to try and get in there and blitz.
Here we go. It is 2nd down and 7. They gave him 3. And Hollyfield here on the left side will pick up maybe 1. He was trying to cut that angle back up, and he could not find it. So, no, nothing really there. They're going to, well, yeah, at the last moment, again, they're going to move it forward here. That's kind of been the name of the game. So, I'll give him 2 yards, brings up 3rd and 5 for the Warren Warriors with 8:17 to go, trailing 42-20 here in the First Baptist Church New Waverly 4th. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight this season, presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, the hometown experts in celebrating life. Kamek in the gun, running back offset to his right. Pass over to the right side. Has a man up. This one is broken up and incomplete. Excellent defense there by New Waverly, and knocking that ball around was Zane Sykes. He has been all over the field on the offensive side and now on the defensive side.
Yeah, Brody Watto was on the blitz there. He was in the face, made Kamek put a little more arc on that, and then helped with Zane Sykes in the pass breakup.
Got some young kiddos down here playing with the water.
Yeah, they're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, they go get in trouble if Coach comes over there from Warren. Coach Smithy not going to be very Smithy when he sees that happening.
Yeah, so it's, you know, 4th down.
4th and 4.
I think, you know, you're late in the game, but you're down 22 points, 3 scores. I think you're going for it.
4th and 4, backed up inside your own 20. Warren will go for it here with 7:48 to go. Kamek in the gun. 2 receivers to the left side. High snap, and he will pooch punt this one. Finally gets it away. Takes a roll here and will be in favor of the Warren Warriors, and finally drops dead at the 38-yard line. So it has been a turnover on downs, turnover on downs, turnover on downs, and now a punt. And the 10th time tonight, New Waverly will have the ball, and they will start on their own 38. We'll be back in 30. Stay with us. It's 42-20, 7:34 to go in the First Baptist Church New Waverly fourth quarter here on SHN.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
Bulldog football is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Now, let's go back to the gridiron. Here's Rob Hipp with the call.
Quick handoff to Trey Davis, and Trey Davis only back to the original line of scrimmage. Drive here starting for New Waverly. It's their 10th of the night from their own 38-yard line, leading 42-20. As we're back at it here, Rob Hipp, Ed Watto, the Hit Solutions broadcast booth. Thanks for being a part of this one here tonight. Cade Garrett still out there in the gun. Will hand off over to his back, spinning around, and maybe a yard or so on this one. Not much on that left side.
Yeah, really sort of a delayed handoff there, and allowing the defender to pursue from the backside.
It's Noah Vick there, the running back. 6:33 to go. Clock continues to tick down here. There's more folks chiming in on the Bulldog fan text line a little bit earlier. We appreciate those messages. Thank you for giving us a chance to enjoy the game. Go Bulldogs, proud grandparents of Hunter Henry. Also another Go Bulldogs. We love you, Michael and Angie Youngblood. 3rd down and 9. Garrett stepping back, now back, right-handed, heaves this one over right side. It is up, bounced around and incomplete. He was looking in the direction of Dorian Thomas. A couple of defenders were draped over him, and that one falls incomplete around the 35.
Yeah, it's, we're at 5:59 now. I know Coach Strati trying to get a lot of work in by his guys, but this clock could probably be, in the 4 range if we were just milking it a little bit more, That is really, really, ultimately at the end of the day, you're trying to do whatever you can to win the game. But I think you want to get as much time off the clock as you can here.
So it's 4th and 9 here for New Waverly. Low snap, bobbled around. Garrett picks it up. He will punt this one away. And it takes a drop, a roll here in favor. Bounced off of a Warren Warrior player, but he was able to hold back onto it. And thank goodness, because Zane Sykes was down there ready to rip it from him. Another heads-up play by Sykes, never given up on any of the plays tonight. And so, boy, that's how the story has been here. And this third, at the end of the third, Ed, and then going into this 4th, it's just been turnover on downs and punts. And we'll see what Warren tries to do here. I mean, they've got a lot to climb up with 5:48 to go, but this game's still not over, trailing 42-20.
Yeah, you look at Warren's situation here. I think they have to go hurry up, and they have to try and pass and get the ball down the field and get a score in here. On the flip side, New Waverly absolutely needs a stop and needs to rise to the occasion right now.
They're on their own 36-yard line. The Warren Warriors moving from right to left. Kamek, shotgun snap. Fake a handoff to Holyfield. Throw this one over. Left side, it's up. Intercepted on the play by Dorian Thomas. Dorian, 45, trying to go to the right side. Stiff arms one with the right hand. Now back to the right, and he's going to be brought down here. They're going to whistle it dead. But how about that? Dorian Thomas, a dagger thrown right between the eyes, and he hauls it in for the interception for New Waverly.
Yeah, he turned around his head for the ball and really just did a nice job.
Have an injured New Waverly player down on the field. We'll step aside on an injury timeout. We'll be right back after this. It's 42-20 with 5:27 to go here in the First Baptist Church, New Waverly. 4th quarter. This is New Waverly Bulldog football live tonight on SHN Sports.
Attention New Waverly ISD parents of students grades 7 through 12. Looking for a memorable way to cap off the excitement of a home game? Well, look no further than the 5th quarter event hosted by First Baptist Church New Waverly. Conveniently situated at 460 Fisher Street, the doors swing open just 15 minutes after the final whistle, and the festivities last until 12:30 a.m. Whether you're in the mood for some delicious food, thrilling games, or just hanging out with friends, you'll find it all in a safe and welcoming environment. Get more information and stay in the loop by visiting FBCNW.com. Don't miss out. Come celebrate, unwind, and make lasting memories at the 5th quarter event, First Baptist Church, New Waverly. This community-focused message has been brought to you by Stephen Gregory of Rollo Insurance. Hello, New Waverly Bulldogs football fans. Looking to beat the heat? 3 Spoons Yogurt in Huntsville has got you covered. Located at 1524 11th Street in Huntsville, 3 Spoons Yogurt is the proud supporter of your very own New Waverly Bulldogs. With a mouth-watering selection of flavors and a rainbow of toppings, 3 Spoons Yogurt offers the perfect treat for any Bulldogs fan. Don't miss out on any of the frosty fun. Follow them on Facebook at 3 Spoons Yogurt Huntsville TX for all the latest scoop. So when you're craving something cool, remember, the the only thing cooler than the yogurt at 3 Spoons is being a new Waverly Bulldogs fan.
Bulldog football is presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Now, let's go back to the gridiron. Here's Rob Hipp with the call.
After the interception moments ago by, well, was it an interception, Ed?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. We thought that was an interception.
I have no idea why it was not. There was nothing in there to indicate otherwise.
Nothing.
Huh.
Well, I guess we'll have to replay the tape.
So it was not an interception by Dorian Thomas. Good thing I used a pencil. Here is Kamek. This time, was it intercepted now by New Waverly? They're going to say no, it was on the ground. Hunter Henry was in the area of that one.
Yeah, that.
I have no idea what happened with Dorian Thomas.
I don't know what happened on the earlier one. That is just dumbfounding.
Let me put a call into Coach Schaub real quick. Just kidding.
Yeah.
He's not going to answer. 5:12 to go here in the First Baptist Church New Waverly 4th, 42-20 your score. And 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Warren Warriors. They are trailing, moving from left to right. The officials are talking this over. Maybe they gave this one to Henry now. Some of the New Waverly youngsters up there in the front near the officials. They're right on the back ear of the official, saying it's New Waverly ball. I think one of them down there, I keep seeing Jude Shields, I believe, pointing in the direction, and the officials are going to tell Jude to step back for moments. They're all huddled up here. Maybe that's what they're trying to talk about, Ed.
Yeah, I am not sure. That is.
So, quick discussion and no discussion for us, and we'll get back into play here.
Yeah, 5:12 to go. Looks, again, I think if you're Warren, you're in a passing situation no matter what down it is. And New Waverly has got to find a way to make a stop.
Ball resting on the 36 for Warren, moving from right to left. Kamek stands in the gun, one receiver to either side, ball on the left hash. So he'll send a man in motion. Snap back, he will hand off to that man in motion who's running from right to left. It's Slade Mayshaw. Mayshaw will go Backshaw on the play. A loss on the play of 4 yards or so will bring up 3rd down and long for Warren.
Yeah, we're on the Warren side, and the Warren faithful wants a penalty against New Waverly, but there's nothing there no merit to that.
3rd down and 12 is what it shows on the board here for Warren, trailing 42-20, 4:33 to go in this First Baptist Church New Waverly 4th quarter in the final frame. Appreciate everybody joining us. Our season presented by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are the hometown experts in celebrating life, and a lot of other sponsors that we've gave a gracious, heartfelt thank you to throughout this entire night. Also welcome all of you on Facebook tonight for the first time. And now the Warriors will take a timeout. Ed, we'll keep it right here. This is one of those games that things have really slowed down in this 4th quarter. But overall, New Waverly taking care of business here tonight, doing what they have to do. I know we still have 4:11 to go. They've still got to mentally stay in this ball game. You can't just look up at the scoreboard and say, hey, we're up by several scores and think that it's over. It's never over till that final whistle blows.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing that I took from my childhood, my playing days, I think I told you last night when we were visiting that I played in Pennsylvania, and I remember somebody saying, a coach from a new coach that we'd gotten in said, you know what the problem is here at Pocono Mountain? So this is my old program where I played. He said the problem is you win 14-12 and you think you won a good game, right? And so that mindset has carried on with me my entire life. So 42-20, I think as a fan, I'm not happy with this. As an analyst, I think you keep your foot on the gas. You absolutely try and make a stop right now because, this is a desperate team. They want to get a victory just as much as we do tonight.
Kamek in the gun. Handoff goes up the middle, nowhere to go. And the Bulldog defense scuffing them out, brings up 4th down. Did not get back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 4th and 11. This is one area with this defense. They played very aggressive tonight for the Bulldogs. They've allowed some big plays, but not too many. I know that we saw a kick return. That was a special teams type play, but overall, I have been fairly happy with this, or very happy with this Bulldog defense tonight.
Yeah, Warren not really moving real quick here, despite being, still having a lot of time on the clock. That's a little bit surprising.
Obviously going to go for it here. 4th down and 11 from right to left. Ball just shy of the 35 on their own side. Kaming throws this one with Forrester in his face. This one is intercepted on the play from left to right. Taking it back here is Brody Watto, and Watto will take it in and score.
Brody Watto's first touchdown of his life.
How about that for Brody Watto as he intercepts it, takes it in, pick 6 to the house. And that is one of those where my analyst to my right, Ed Watto, I will graciously allow a holler to scream on that one.
Oh, I'm sorry for that. That is an all-district linebacker. He's been in a little bit of a slump, but I absolutely am convinced that he's out of it now.
There you go. Took that one back about 30 yards or so. And, boy, how about that for Brody Watto saying, I've had enough. Let's just add some more on the board. And that's a staple right there for this defense tonight, how they've played everybody getting into the action tonight.
Yeah, that was really phenomenal to see. I thought I'd be sitting next to my wife when that happened. I knew it was going to happen in my lifetime. And
sorry you got me, man. Extra point kick try here for Callaway Eddie, and they're going to call a timeout. I believe was that coach. Was that? Who called the timeout there? We'll keep it right here. That's the look. Let me just say this because I've so appreciated Ed having you up here in the booth with me, and just love what you be able to do, and I love. I've had analysts before that their youngsters have played, and it's always been about, and you have done such a great job being just level with all these guys. But that is the one, if I was in your shoes, I would have been right there with you, my friend. So congratulations. I'm going to shake your hand.
Buddy.
And congratulations. That is a great dad moment right there, man.
That was a tremendous dad moment. And moments like that make me think about my dad, who's hopefully looking down on us. He's up in the sky and not looking up.
Yeah, man.
But my dad was grew up playing football, wore no face mask when he was playing football, played high school and college, and he would be so proud to see that kid have that success tonight.
48-20 extra point kick, and no good there for New Waverly. But nonetheless, the defense getting on the scoring attack here tonight. 48-20 is where we sit, and New Waverly taking care of business on their way to going 1-0 in 12-3A. That's what I'm saying. You look at these previous 4 games, and you take a lot away saying, our guys played some tough talent. I mentioned earlier 15-3, the combined record of those 4 teams. But now you're in the heart of the season to where things really matter the most. And you have the bye week, a chance to reset, recharge, re-energize. You come in here to Warren tonight, and this is a vastly improved New Waverly Bulldog football team. They do not look like the same team that we saw in the first 2 or 3 games of this early season.
No, what have we seen is they have put together a lot of the things, and credit really to the offensive coordinator, who I think has done a good job of putting together packages and subbing at the appropriate time with those packages. I mean, look, we've seen four primary running backs, and maybe even really 5.
Yeah, it's unbelievable to see that tonight.
So that is the mark of a good team. The way he did that, bringing in kind of alternating tight ends between Houston Forrester and Brody Watto. Look, it is science. It is cardiovascular. You have to give kids breaks. So you have to get as many people doing as many good things possible as you can.
The kick here and the return across the 40. Was able to break through a tackle and finally got this one back over, but it's into New Waverly Bulldog territory. We'll go back real quick. It was a drive for Warren that started in their own 36, but then a 30-yard pick 6 to the house or so for Brody Watto, making the score 48-20 20 at the 3:03 mark. That is your Double Dave's Pizzaworks scoring drive recap. But Warren, they don't want to go down without a fight here. Insurmountable task ahead of them with trailing by 4 scores and 2:48 to go. But they said, look, this is our home turf, and we don't want to just let down and just give up here.
Yeah, I think, they're still fighting. They're coming out there. They're foot to foot right now, and they're trying to get down the field and, get some work in here.
It's good field position starting on the New Waverly 45. Here's a handoff, goes over to Holyfield, and he'll spin his way forward for a couple of yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and long on the left hash.
Yeah, Noah Vick in there grabbing an ankle. It's going to be 2nd and long. The clock is continuing to run. It's not in their favor. I know that they were a little desperate, so they were trying to pass downfield on that 4th down play.
Good friend Paul Oley chiming in from the gallery in Huntsville. Paul, good to hear from you, saying he's enjoying the broadcast on Facebook tonight. Paul, good to hear from you, my friend. Boy, I'm just thankful tomorrow's Saturday. After that Bearcat overtime game last night, finally went to sleep about 1:30, got back up at 4:30.
I tell you, I really, really appreciate, your relationship there with Casey Keeler and talking about him and seeing his frustration. Casey Keeler's old school, right? And I was thinking about this, before I went to bed last night. The guys like Casey Keeler, we were coached by guys that did not wear face masks in this game.
Yeah, you're right.
It was just like that World War II generation or Korean War generation, tough, in your face, get things done, because you could see the frustration on him when some of those things in the 4th quarter were going on.
Yeah, talking about Sam Houston's football coach, Casey Keeler, great man. I consider him a good friend, and we'll get back into action here. Here's a little handoff up the middle, trying to get that 1st down as the Warren Warriors ball may have popped out, and New Waverly acts like they have it. Some of the coaching staff on the side. I saw Coach Compton over there, I think. Well, that's not Compton because the hat's on forwards. The hat's on backwards, it's Compton, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, there's only 2 people on the New Waverly side if the hat's on backwards, Coach Compton or Ed Watto.
That's right, yeah. But, I think New Waverly has demonstrated some things to themselves tonight. And, you never want to get too high or too low. It's been 4 really tough, losses. Couldn't put things together for sustained drives, right? You could get down the field, but then the red zone was not working out right. So I think that's been a bright spot. There will definitely be some things here that New Waverly is going to want to work on. I mean, in particular, special teams. You got these 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams, and those things will need to be corrected.
Under a minute to go here in the First Baptist Church, New Waverly 4th quarter. It's 48-20. New Waverly on their way to their first victory of the season, coming at a critical time here to start district play. And Warren will fall to 0-2. But give this Warren Warriors team credit. The folks here have been so hospitable. Coach Smithy, I talked to him earlier in the week. Met some other great friends here. Phil Christie's running some of the associate coach here, helping out with some of the film. Here's a push forward on 4th down. Looks like they're going to convert this.
Yeah, they're going to get the first down. This clock will stop for the chains to move, but then it's going to start again. Warren at this point just trying to get a score in here. This is just emotional, gritting it out, trying to make the score not look like a 4-score game. But the clock continues to run now with chain set at 32 seconds.
A break out of it, 29 seconds and ticking. Kamek. Handoff left side. And they're going to take this one to the house for a score. That is not what you want to happen if you're a New Waverly fan. Zach Tanton will take it in and score. Late hit also out of frustration there. And so now you're going to get the personal foul along with the touchdown. And that's just one of those frustration things there from New Waverly.
Yeah, you just you can't make those mistakes. And it was the same backside mistake, the over pursuit that we saw early in the game. And I'm not, when you get late in the game like this, it's just, you got to keep that mental loop closed and focused on the game. It looks like they may have waving the flag off. Yeah, that's the right call.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to do a push there. It wasn't anything that was personal foul that I could see.
Yeah, and you could make the argument that the kid was trying to push him outside of the pylon. So
48-26 with 15.5 to go is a 33-yard touchdown run by Tanton in for the score for Warren. Go for two here. Trying to run around here on a handoff, and New Waverly doing a great job snuffing that one. Again, 48-26 is where we sit with 15 seconds to go. We'll break for 30. And should be the final frame coming up when we come back here. It's New Waverly Bulldog football live tonight on SHN Sports. We'll be right back after this.
For more than 2 decades, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home has been committed to providing the highest quality service to your family in their time of need. I'm Greg Smith, owner of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We recognize when you make funeral arrangements with us, you're choosing both the use of our premier facilities and the care for your loved ones that only our professional, dedicated staff can provide. We're here to fulfill the desire of each family that comes through our doors. It's my family's honor to serve yours. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, your hometown experts at celebrating life.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by First Baptist Church, New Waverly. Alongside Ed Watto, here's Rob Hipp.
Rob Hipp alongside the Big Kahuna here tonight. Didn't get any of those Ed Watto nicknames in tonight. So maybe next week we'll get those in.
Yeah, we had the week off, or really the 2 weeks off, and then so we lost some of our fan base, I think. We got to get them back in the fold.
Yeah, they were
all those damn Yankees.
We're back at it here. 48-26 is where we stand, with New Waverly on their way to a first win of the season, a first district win as well. This kick will go right into the numbers at the 37-yard line to New Waverly. And that one dropped right into the numbers there of Dub Simmons. Old Dub.
Dub Simmons, yeah.
And I would expect New Waverly to take a knee, call this one a day, and we'll make our way over to the tent and get a hamburger. Before that, though, we got Nelson Amaya Collision Center post-game wrap-up.
That's right.
Boy, Kevin Edney, man, he's a rock star. Does the PA work at home, and then does a little grilling here on these road trips, man. He's all over the place.
Yeah, he's a
great man.
He's a renaissance man, a man of many talents. Probably the next thing you'll hear is that he plays bass guitar or something.
And there's the knee taken, and that should wind us down, as New Waverly will get their first win of the season after a bye week. They open up 12-3A play at 1-0. Warren will fall to 0-2. But a great game overall tonight. I know Coach Saab will have a few things that he can pick apart in this one, but overall, the defense showing up. The offense on a running frenzy tonight as New Waverly takes care of business, getting that victory, and they will look ahead to Anderson-Shiro. We'll talk about this one. We'll talk about next week when we come back on the Nelson Amaya's post-game wrap-up. Your final again tonight as New Waverly defeats Warren 48-26. Stay with us as we'll have that post-game wrap-up when we come back in just a moment. This is New Waverly Bulldog football live tonight on SHN Sports.
Attention New Waverly ISD parents of students grades 7 through 12. Looking for a memorable way to cap off the excitement of a home game? Well, look no further than the fifth quarter event hosted by First Baptist Church New Waverly. Conveniently situated at 460 Fisher Street, the doors swing open just 15 minutes after the final whistle, and the festivities last until 12:30 a.m. Whether you're in the mood for some delicious food, thrilling games, or just hanging out with friends, you'll find it all in a safe and welcoming environment. Get more information and stay in the loop by visiting FBCNW.com. Don't miss out. Come celebrate, unwind, and make lasting memories at the fifth quarter event. First Baptist Church, New Waverly. This community-focused message has been brought to you by Stephen Gregory of Rollo Insurance.
The final whistle is blown. This chapter of the season has been written. Time now for the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center post-game wrap-up. Here's Rob Hipp.
Back at it inside the Hitt Solutions broadcast booth. Rob Hipp alongside the T-H-E, the. Is it the or the, Ed Watto?
It's the.
The, not the, but the, Ed Watto. 48-26, your final tonight as New Waverly takes care of business here in their first 12-3A matchup of the season after the bye week. Warren will fall to 0-2. A tough fought game. Credit to the Warren Warriors, a great community, wonderful young men on this team, and we sincerely appreciate the hospitality of the fine folks here in Warren, Texas. But tonight, it was New Waverly. They came in a little bit of a bite to them, saying, you know what, we're 0-4. We played some tough and talented teams, but now it's district play. Let's get into action, and they did. And it was a running game tonight. I wish we had a statistician so we could have had the running stats, but I would surmise that we rushed for over 200 yards tonight. I mean, it was that kind of a night for this New Waverly football team.
Yeah, it was running by committee, which was really a beautiful thing. I think it was well executed, well planned and executed. It builds that inner squad competition, even though you're teammates. And it's not about like creating opportunities for other people. It's about every running back creating their own opportunities. And hey, you know what? Hunter Henry just got 35 yards. What can you get, Dylan Thomas?
I'll give you 40.
Yeah. So if you look across the history of high school football and the great teams right now, they all share one thing in common. Even Modern Day that runs a pro-style offense, they can run the football. It is the most important facet of the game. Passing is great. It's exciting. You got to be able to run the football.
One thing that I enjoyed just talking to Coach Sabro this week, he just felt that this team has really turned a corner. He said, I know it hasn't been seen on the scoreboard yet this season, but he goes, I really feel like these guys have turned a corner. They're starting to play well together. They understand the staffing changes that we've had throughout the offseason, and now coming into the season, you move Adam Trotty over to the OC after Rodney Morphew heads on to other endeavors, and this is a team that continues to grow, and they play tough opponents, starting 0-4 this season, but going up against very tough teams. Anahuac, one of them, who's may make a run to state the way that these young men are playing. But you go back to our squad here at New Waverly, they take care of it tonight. I like what you said, the run by committee tonight. And it's really a confidence booster for this entire team to know that you can put the ball into the hands of other players and not just solely have to depend on a Cade Garrett arm or maybe a run out there that you're putting in a Hunter Henry. There's other guys that can step up, and using a baseball analogy, step up to the plate. They've done that tonight. Yeah, and you're not just not just passing and praying. I mean, we did have good activity out of the passing game. But another thing that neither of us have talked about is these running backs tonight protected the football. They carried the ball high and tight. And, carrying a football is, everybody wants to knock it out of your hand. So it was really a beautiful thing to see how well Cade Garrett and these 4 to 5 main running backs protected the football. I like seeing Dylan Schaub chiming in tonight, the Baylor Bear. Coach Saab's son, I believe. Is that right? Oh, absolutely. So he's chiming in. I didn't even see these comments, man. Number 47. Yeah, Charles McDowell shouting out to Hunter Henry, the New Waverly Bulldogs. He was listening in from Montgomery. Dylan was saying, let's get this win. I mentioned Paul Oley earlier. Justin Cox was saying, let's go Bulldog Nation. Michelle Kruta joining us, cheered on the Bulldogs alongside Vernon Ermit, who also said, let's go Dogs. Stephen Gregory. I didn't even see these comments, my buddy Stephen Gregory. I feel bad. I didn't even see those tonight. Yeah. Well, now you take this win and you pack it up. You'll digest it over the weekend. You may look at it a little bit on Monday, and then it's seal it, and let's move on to the next one. And you've got Anderson Shiro, but here's the exciting thing, and it doesn't even seem like this. What is it, the second time? The Palestine game was on the road. Yeah. This is only the second home game. There's only 4 home games this year. Yeah, there's only 4 home games. Next week. It's tough. But I think, you sort of celebrate this one tonight, but then you immediately move on to Anderson Shiro. I mean, that's the old school mentality. You got to start thinking, because, Anderson Shiro plays New Waverly tough all the time. Yeah, and Anderson Shiro will be coming out. I don't know what the score is tonight, but right now, I'm sure that game is already a final where they were playing, but going into tonight, they were 5-0. So this is going to be really, I know you can say it as it is, but this is going to be the toughest test of the season here for New Waverly. See how they can perform in 12-3A. A very convincing win here today, though. A few things that they need to work on, but everyone getting involved. Congratulations to Brody. Getting his first pick six, taking it to the house.
The exciting thing, for him is the pick six. The other thing, coming up next week, he has always had great games against Anderson Shiro on JV. The only game they won this group's freshman year was against Anderson Shiro. He had a big game. Last year had a big game against Anderson Shiro. So we look, for big things. He's going to have to step up to the plate along with all of his teammates because Anderson Shiro is, they are our biggest rival right down the street.
This is the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center post-game wrap-up. As we'll wrap it up here tonight, we do need to get out of here on the road games. We can't stay and chat too long because they'll turn the lights out.
That's right.
It's not Motel 6. They ain't going to leave the lights on for you. And, Nathan, do you have a score update for us?
Palestine got beat.
So Westwood Palestine got beat tonight. Yeah. Thanks for that update, Nathan. Well, again, the final here, 48-26. As I mentioned earlier, as New Waverly will go 1-0 in 12-3A. Warren falls to 0-2. Up next is Anderson Shiro. That one will be at home, so Bulldog Nation, come out. I know you can watch us here on YouTube and Facebook, but you know what? It's better for you to come out and cheer these young men on with your loud voices. Let's pack Bulldog Stadium and have a fun time coming up this next week. For Nathan Hight, appreciate all of his hard work coming in from Georgetown. It's a 3-hour drive that he comes in from to help us out. I appreciate Nathan very much.
It's a 3-hour drive to Huntsville, right? And then another hour and a half to get here.
Yeah, so he was cruising. And but Nathan's one of my best buddies. Always enjoy working alongside of him, as well as you, Ed. Been a fun one so far. Glad to be back in the saddle tonight. And for TJ Garrett, who could not be here tonight, not feeling well, but TJ, our prayers are with you for a fast recovery. And he said that he should feel a lot better and ready to go next week. I'll wrap it up with this, as I always end every single broadcast, Bulldog Nation, reminding you tonight that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Good night, and God bless from Warren, Texas, as the New Waverly Bulldogs go 1-0 in district play. Good night, everyone.